Welcome to the Print Double Show here tonight. We're going to be here for the next 1 hour and a half. We will open the line, and people who want to call in can call in, and we're going to be discussing the GGAA just ended election. We're going to analyze everything we saw on Friday, Saturday, and then the Sunday, if possible, Monday. I got Jojo Cry here with me with Jacob Freeman. These people were in the hall. They saw everything. They were at the welcome night. They came in. They had the convention, the ball, the election ground. I saw Jojo in there. I saw Freeman in there. But if you're in that building that day and you want to come out and tell the world what you saw in there, just inbox me, say hi, or say you want to come out, and I'll send a link to you. I send a link to Gibson, Jeru. Anybody want a link? Just I'll send you the link. Let me bring in my guest now, and put him up here and put myself down here. Put Jojo on the right and put this on the left, and put the young man on the right hand side of. How you doing?
Good.
We are doing well, Mr. Dover.
You back? You guys back on base now? I've been sleeping all day today. I just got up not too long.
Yeah, thank God for safe arrival. I got in this morning.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. So man, we are here to discuss the GGAA 2025 National Convention that just took place here in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky.
Right.
We're gonna be fair as we can be and tell the world what we saw there. We're analyzing everything. The Friday when you got there, the Saturday, that morning, and the board and that board night. And then I think the debate was done on the welcome there, and so yeah, I think Friday. Then the next morning we passed the Constitution, and then in the night we came back and we danced, and then on Sunday we had the election all day. So that's just about what we about to tell the people here and anybody that were in the hall again. Just ask for it. And this shirt here, Jojo, you see the shirt, Mr. Freeman? You see this
Yeah.
shirt? The
Yep.
system is it's not national, but the United Sister Bone.
Uh-huh.
They the one bought a share from me. Jesse Robert on the group
Yeah. I'm in her
told
group.
me, praying we need you to maybe when you're on a show, you wear some African. So go and take any African shirt in there and we're gonna pay for it. And the ladies took me. And first I thought they were joking, but then when I went, they said, to get a shirt. And so I took this.
Right.
It's the beautiful one here.
Oh, that's nice. That's so
And they
nice.
get paid for it right there. I said, oh wow. So
Right.
that's why
Nice.
I gave it out to the sister born Jesse Rao, the sister born TD. So I would call the president. The president,
United.
yeah, United Jesse Rao. So it goes to Jesse Rao and all her group that purchased the shirt
And
from
you
me.
know what? I'm part of her group too.
Jojo, how can you be in sister born?
Oh, of course. To affiliate with them.
She got Fremont.
Yep.
Why was Jojo being in sister born?
You know
I
what
did
I
for
noticed? What I noticed in this group, they are no longer considering their age group. They just take membership based on interest. It's no longer about whether you are born in CC or you're
Yeah,
born in.
once you can affiliate with them,
Yeah,
respect the
once you choose to
protocol.
affiliate, they give you
And I
money.
think that's new. That good thing they're doing because they're bringing showing people how to get
right.
together and something like that. So I mean we're gonna do that, but before we do that, I want to. I was I go on Facebook and play these videos from everywhere, so I get the idea about what happened and what other camps because I couldn't be two places. I had to say Goshlock Bain, who am I say came from Voice of Judea to Gilman's base, so get some information from there. So I got this tip from there, and I listened to this tip. I kind of like confused that were they charging people $200? Were they charging people extra money? That when you go into the convention that morning, Mr. Jacob Freeman, and you pay your convention fees of $50, do you go back and get on election day and they charge you $50? So I want us to listen to this tip here, then from there we can start a conversation. It's Otavia B. Gilmore in the tip explaining to the reporter, telling his supporters thanks.
We are, I mean, it's painful to see. I'm afraid to even use that word. It's the end of Grand Judah Association for a lot of people.
Before you go further, Mr. President, what is going on? We learned that you pull out of the election. Is that true?
100%. We pull out of this election period.
What is the main reason for that?
The reason the election commission and the board and the national president decided that the young people were not on their side. They realized that the new faces that they were seeing, it was huge. The young people would not attend the dancing the party. And they came up with a last minute decision 3 hours to the time of voting that we will be paying additional $50.
So, Mr. Freeman,
Yep.
if you let me start with the ladies for our sister. If you can introduce yourself, sister Jojo, for the people to hear from the house this month. Then we'll go to Mr. Freeman. I almost call the guy Daniel Freeman again.
I know. Thank you, Mr. Dubber. For the listening audience, my name is Josephine Krasai, but I go by Jojo Kra. I'm just here tonight to talk about what I saw and stuff like that. Because I was in that hall, I was going live and I was saying something. I think I invited Mr. Dubber on my live video that day. So yeah, this is why we're here tonight. This is all about Grand Judah County. So
Mm-hmm. Mr. Freeman.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Jacob Freeman from the DC Metro chapter, local board secretary. I attended the Louisville 2025 GGAA National Convention. I actually arrived there on Saturday morning by 10 a.m. to 11. I was on the ground. And throughout the process, as we all know, and we have always done in the past, um, everyone paid their fee when they go for convention sitting. You know what I'm saying? So the point that the gentleman made I'm not quite sure why he chose to mislead his people by telling them that the group were asking for an additional $50 after you have already paid your fee. I really don't know where that coming from because that was never the case. I, Jacob Freeman, not of Grand Jeda County, married to a Grand Jedian that made me member and an affiliate member of the organization. I attend conventions. I'm involved in activities. I have not seen anyone paying double fees when it comes to convention. So when the news hit Facebook that the Gilmer camp was telling their people that the the team was charging them additional fee to pay before they can vote, I found that very unacceptable. As a leader of want to
But you
be,
ever at any time or any point you saw people charging people fees, two fees at that gate?
that is totally
No.
incorrect. Nope, that did not happen. And it has never happened. We all know the history around here. It has never happened. We always pay $50. And this is a standard fee that Granadians pay when they go to convention. You know what I'm saying? So even those that accepted these lies from they're supposed to be president, you know what I'm saying? Those that even accepted to stay away without voting. Imagine you travel miles away, plan the whole while, the week, spend almost thousand or more based on where you're coming from to go to convention and somebody just wake up to feed you with lies and you decide to stay away. What do you think about yourself, your own credibility, your own reasoning? What are you making of it? Why couldn't you come to the site and see whether they were actually charging people twice to vote so you will have the actual facts? But instead they corner you somewhere and just sit right there, don't go nowhere because they are charging people double. I don't want anybody to vote, and you agree to go and put away. I think that was immature of those people to even follow such a path. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Uh,
Let's hear from Jojo. Jojo, what's your thought on the charging additional fees?
Well, Mr. Doe, as we all know, like Mr. Freeman just said, we all been going to conventions and we have paid this wonderful $50. The people was not charging different, but I think the Kilmaslu Cam did not explain this better. Because I remember before we go, I called on on your show when Eric came and Mr. Colin came that night. Everyone all came. The $50 myself I called and you asked me, Joseph, have you not been paying the $50 before? I told you have paid the $50, but the reason why more people concerned is that when the election commission said that you pay your $50 and you used to receive, that's why making people a little skeptical about this because hey, this had never happened. But for the Gilmore Sloop Cam, because I with them. I've been with them throughout. Has just changes last minute of time. But we'll get to that part. So yeah, for them to tell the people, say the people charging after you pay that $50, then they charging additional $50. I think that was misleading and they did not explain it better to the people. And I just felt a little, I felt sad because I went on the cam. I went on the camp. So when I went there with friends,
You went there that
oh,
morning?
yes, I went on the camp.
What
And
did you were you in the hall when Gilman came and said the supporters should leave? That's how you went with them?
no. So what happened was I was on my way coming around. I had a video recording set in our chat room with the game of chat room, like 9:40, and then I was on my way to the hall. Then I saw our campaign manager Uriah Soon saying that nobody should stay to that hall. That we should go to the CP to the game on Sulu camp to that Amanu camp. We should go there. Nobody should vote. So we came there. When we came to the hall, they had already left. So when I look around, I see people voting and they know where to be from. So I placed a voice recording. I said, why is it? Why are we putting out now? Why is it? And then nobody answered, but like I just Seeing people saying nobody, you come to the CP, we don't want nobody to stay there. We don't want any of our supporter to stay over there because we don't want problem and this, that. And when I came there was no problem. I didn't see people were fighting. I didn't see no commotion that were going on that would bring problem. So after that, then I went on the camp. I went on the camp with Mr. Tori and Mr. Malisin, my cabin. We went there. So when we went there, for I asked him to carry me there because I'm with the game of salute team and I needed a ride. So I asked him to take me there. So when we went there, I called my sister today, said I sent her a message, my sister Orita Tapequia. When we went there, she was saying, "Oh, I don't want two-faced people to come on the camera, people that are not on the camera, they shouldn't come here." So today I played, when she said that day, I didn't say nothing. So today I placed her a call. I sent her a message and explaining to her, tell her the reason I trying to send that message is about calling people two-faced. And she myself thought, she said, "No, Josephine, I did not see you. I swear I didn't see you. Why would I say that to you?" And I respect that because she must have never been in a place before. We have been friends on Facebook, but like I haven't met her in person. So when that stuff came about, I felt somehow because I on the camp. I've been with Game You Are. I was the
Mhm.
first person that endorsed him.
Mhm.
But my disappointment with them is that the withdrawing last minute time I asked why is it, and they said they withdraw the campaign because they don't want no problem because they people threatening to send people to jail and they don't want people to go to jail, and we have some first time voters, they are youth and they don't want the people cheering to get in problem. So I'm a little confused, like I didn't see people fighting, I didn't see anything that was going on that was going to put people in trouble. But as when I asked, and then our campaign manager said that he has a discussion with the whole group, and they came out to the point to say yes, we all agree to put out. But for me, unfortunately for me, I wasn't part of that. I didn't hear that. So apparently because I wasn't in the chat room at that time when they're discussing the problem. That's the reason why I missed out. But I missed out on that because they said they have a discussion that they were putting out, but I missed it. I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. So I was just caught off guard. So that's what I want to say for now. And I want to take this time to say thank you to my BCs. I don't really know Mr. Gilman like that, but it's because of Josephine, Miss Sulu, Josephine Sulu, for which I went on the camp. And another thing I want to say is that to my grandchildren, I watching it to all the listeners tonight. I knew this, but it's just like sometimes you can know some stuff and you just ignore it. I knew that you cannot make decision on emotion, and that's what I did in November. But I just want to take this time tonight to say to my grandchildren that grandchildren is bigger than every one of us. Our country is above every one of us. It's not about individual. So what my decision that I made over there, it was a decision that I think is better for my county. It's not about individual. And my character, I am a vice president for County Guade. If I go and destroy GGAA, and tomorrow then I say I'm doing something in Kane, or I'm having a convention, who do I invite to come over? Who going to come over to support me? So this is the reason why I make the decision I made to cast my vote for Manam Idepoa. So I just want to state this tonight for the record so people can know I'm not fake. But if I see something going wrong and is about to destroy GGAA, I will not be part of it. So this is what I made, the decision I made. So I just want to stop here for now. As the show goes on, if I had stuff to say, I would say, and what I saw, I would say what I saw.
Thank you very much. So my question to you, after you went to the hall, to your CP, to the game on
Mm-hmm.
CP, then you
Yeah.
left and went back to the hall and cast your ballot?
Yes. When I went there, because they say everybody should stay around, right? They say people should stay around. Don't cast your vote. So when I went there, and I mean, I left from here, went over there to cast my vote, right? To cast my ballot. And then we went there, and then last minute time, like that's it, 30 minutes. People voting, 30 minutes to the time, or 25 minutes, and then our campaign pulled out. So I just find it's not right for me to sit back to say I'm not casting vote to just stay away. What am I doing? Who am I doing it to? So I cast my vote. Yes,
So you left, you went back to the hall,
I
you
cast my vote.
discussed with
Yeah,
him, went back
yeah,
and you came. God saw you in the crowd, you had your stuff, and you even put me in
yes.
your live stuff that you were doing on there.
Hmm.
So thank you very much for that. So Mr. Freeman, how you went there that day too, and you were you there when the confusion and started?
I didn't see any confusion because I came there around 11 o'clock to cast my vote. So when I got there, the place was calm and quiet. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't see what has transpired in the morning hours. But throughout the day, I look out to see whether others were coming to vote. But then Facebook, we all follow Facebook, and then we start seeing the message popping up that the Gilmore County has put out because they are refusing to vote. According to them, the requirement to pay $50 ball fee is not constitutional, so they're not going to do it. Instead of even stating people are required to pay $50, Gilman mentioned that additional $50 fee were being charged, which was incorrect. I didn't pay twice to go into board at the same time vote, you know. So the whole thing here, today I made a live broadcast, and I thank you all the Kentucky people and everyone that participated in the process. Since I have been affiliating with the GGAA, as a member, both on the chapter level and national level, Kentucky had a very fair process. The thing here is that change in our community is something that we don't want to accept. We are so used to corrupt behavior that whenever somebody wants to institute a change, it becomes a problem for us. We want to keep the status quo of how we do things. And I'm one of the person I don't like to do, oh, just because people keep doing it like this, they have always done it this way, we should keep it that way. No, I like to see change. You can't always do the same thing, even though you're not getting the better result, you want to do the same thing. Coming from River G County, when we go for election convention, it don't matter how many people register in your state. That's your business. When we come after the ball, business meeting, the list of people that pay their fees, those are the people we take into consideration to go and vote. You know what I'm saying? So I came from DC Metro chapter. We had a lot of people that register, but only few went for the convention, and that's how it is in every chapter. Not everybody that registered from the chapter is going for convention. So you can base on that list to go run, elections. So I think it was fair enough to hold onto the entry fee receipt and use it to vote. You see, in my opinion, the reason why other people decide to stay away, I'm thinking that now I will consider this stealing from the organization in the first place. There's no way you want to lead an organization. You have supporters, 10, 15, 20, or maybe 100 of them, and you ask them to stay away, that they should not make their contribution to the organization that you intend to lead. If even you don't consider, you are not elected president today, at some point you still want to be considered a president for the organization, but yet you are holding away support to that organization. Is it being fair to the organization? Let us not see our organizations, whether it be a chapter level, district level, national level. We shouldn't see it based on people that we know in the organization. I should not come to GGAA because I know Josephine Cry is there or Prince Double is there. What happened tomorrow if Josephine Cry chooses not to affiliate with the organization? Guess what happened? I will fall back because my connection was just through Josephine or Prince Double. We shouldn't do that. Let us see the organization for the sake of the county and for the benefit of the people and the county as a whole. So if you are coming, don't come because I know Idepoa, because Idepoa not going to be president for life. She will leave, somebody else will come. So what happens if Idepoa leaves the organization? Are you not going to be part anymore? We shouldn't do these things. So if I go to vote for you, I'm not voting for you because I like you so much. I'm making contribution to the county and its finances. Because whatever my belief is, whatever happened in Grand Jeddah, somebody from River G can benefit, somebody from Kipamo can benefit. And as we all know, there are so many other people, including people from Niba County, that live within Grand Jeddah County. If you build a hospital there, the journey that somebody is supposed to take to go to Tapeta, they will not take it. They will go right to that hospital. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see things. I don't see it based on friendship because I know the person and the person is there, so I'm going to put my support there. No, you can go whenever you want to go. I'm still there. I will give my support. And that's how I want the Grand Jaden to see Grand Jaden Association in America. Not because of who I know, who I'm connected to. So thank you, Mr. Dover.
Okay, thank you, guys. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you, and thanks those that are listening to us here. I'm gonna say mine. What I saw, I did it yesterday, but I will still do it today.
Mm-hmm.
I will still do that today. What I saw at the election ground. What I saw when I went in there, because I for one went in there around 9:30, 9:40 like that. When I went in the building, I saw the police guy. I was sitting in the car, coming from in the building. As you were coming out, I was going in. We took food, me and Augustus Bain. So we passed by each other. The guy went in the car. We took our food inside. Then later on, I went for my photo stuff, and then I took the photo things in there. So I was about to set up, and then I heard this noise, and then I went to the board chairman, Mr. Kala. I said, "What's going on?" He said, "The noise is here, and we don't want noise to be here. So we don't want noise to be here." So I said, "Well, Mr. Kala, you have to go and talk to the people to calm down." So actually, when I went to the table, there was the election commission chairman. All the commissioners were there, with the exception of the guy who traveled. But I saw Precious Ziti. I saw what's the lady's name? Madame
Come on.
Pardier, Kiman Pardier, and Clarice Massaquoi. They were standing there with four observers, one from Edith camp, two from Edith camp, two from 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 the Sluice camp, the Gilmore Slough camp. The first thing they asked the commissioner if they know how many receipts they got. The commissioner said no. The next thing was they wanted to count the ballots. They wanted to know the actual amount of the ballot. I think the commissioner refused. That's what I heard. He refused to count the ballots. And the guys said, "No, we need to know how many ballots you printed." Uriah was the one who said, "We need to know how many ballots you printed. It is our right to know." So other people came, like Anthony Goyen, Bayon, the other people, they said, "My man, look, let it count the ballot." And I went there too. That's why I walked to the election commission. I said, "Look, Eric,
Eric.
when I was commissioner in 2019, Minnesota, we counted the ballots. We counted the ballots, 1,000 ballots. Then we started signing it. One commissioner would sign. One observer from Menyesa would sign. One would sign from Ubote, and one would sign from Edith. 3 signatures will be on a ballot before it goes in our box. We agreed that when 2 signatures or 1 signature on a ballot is disqualified. So and at the end, Eric agreed. Eric agreed to count the ballots. Then Madame Pardier pushed the box, the brown little box was there. They opened the box, and then Clarine Massaquoi, the older lady there too, she started
Mm-hmm.
counting. I got a picture of her. This is the picture right here. If you can see right here. Uriah Soon is here. This lady here, Billy Bali, I don't know. She got a name down there, but this guy in the hat is Barclay, and the other guy next to Barclay is from the Gilmore's camp. I don't know his name. So Uriah Soon and this guy was hearing from Gilmore. Then you see the 2 people here, Barclay and this lady from Edith. You see the election commission in the black shirt right here,
Mm-hmm.
and you see Madame Massaquoi on the white hat. She had the ballot in her hand, and then Madame Patty is sitting down here in the chair. So Madam Patty will grab a bunch of the papers and give it to Madam Clarence, and she will count. When it gets to 50, then Eric will put it one side. They counted until it reached to 200.
Okay.
By that time, the people were in line. Some people were complaining. The place was noisy. The people complaining they got to go catch the flights, and the other people say they got to leave and get on the road. So Eric says, since we got 200 here, let us stem the. So I thought they were going to sign. Eric said, no, we're not stemming. Samuel, we got the stem. He showed the stem. He said, we're going to stem each ballot. If a ballot goes in there and we see the ballot don't have a stem on it, it's an invalid ballot. But we're going to stem all the ballots. So let's stem the 200 ballots here. One observer of each one person from either side, one person from the side, stay here with one of the commissioner. You go on there, let the post start voting, and then the other two remaining commissioner for each side and Madam Clarice go on the other side, on the other table to continue the counting process.
Okay.
Uriah said no, they should count all the ballots. And then Uriah said no, we're not going to count the ballot. The people have to go. So we're going to stem the thing and continue the thing. We kept the people on the line from the post. Some poking at 8:30, and it's almost 10. So we can't keep the people on the line. The post got to go. They got to go. So Eric took the thing and he went on the other side with one. I think no, it was not Buckley. She did it in the green with a white hat. They went there. Then he took one of the commissioner. They went on. I think it was Precious Zidi or somebody. They went on there, and then Uriah said they put him out. They don't want to take part in the process. And then Gilmore came on in the house because we go on the side by the DJ, Michael Gilmore, JJ Dennis, I think Daniel Pine. That's where they were standing. And all of a sudden, Gilmore came. He went to the line while the people were standing. I can play the video for you if you want me to do that too. Where the people were standing online, and he told the people to leave the line to follow him. That they're not taking part in the process. They got to leave. And then it was a commotion right there in the process. I was kind of confused. I said, but what's going on? Because I have walked a little bit from the place to go to my camera, to spin my camera around. So yeah, I went to the place to spin my camera around. And then the noise all in the place. Okay.
Louisville, share the show here.
There's a video right here.
Kentucky, Louisville, share the show here. We are here in Louisville.
No, I think the one I crap this
Share
one.
the show here. We are here in
Louisville. The one is not a rare one.
You
can see the people in the hall. They were discussing now. Yeah, you can see everybody in the hall. So they were in the hall, and you see all the Brabina get name, all of them by the speakers standing up.
I seen it, yeah.
Yeah, everybody here. And then the lady with the hat now, move earphone here. That's when they said they're going to start they're going to start the voting.
Yeah, Mr. Double, it was good that you had a camera there to record the moment, because Granjadian need to know the truth. For so long, this organization has been in existence. And let me tell you, I mentioned that on my live show today. You have the power to make change for Granjada County. And there's a lot of other ethnic groups and tribes out there that are afraid of you because of the unity.
Mr. Fremont, I think I got it.
Granjada Association, National Election Commission, national polling station that's open. And as you see, the people are verifying the names on the side. Granjadians are in line to cast the ballot this morning. And the lines are jam-packed. You see here, you see the former board chair, lady, everybody here verifying the names so they can have the ballot and go put the ballot right there in the ballot box. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Kentucky, Louisville. This is what
that brother happened. The brother said he voted.
Right there, the ballot box. There's a white container. It is sealed. It's a little bit of a tension kind of breed here above the seats. cam are not certified with the receipt process. So Nigerians all over the United States grow some food and they are here to cast the ballot. 40 places, station is open. No patient come in here and things get out of hand.
It's
So you can see that Gilmore entered in the building and told the people not to show receipt.
It's a little bit of attention.
All those people online had their receipt.
About receipts.
so now so Mr. Dober, I think the question now that
Play
they
one more time so you can see it. Then we're going to bring the
Nigerians
discussion.
all over the United States grow some food and they are here to cast the ballot. 40 places, station is open. No patient come in here and
This is Gilmore right in the video. He's telling his supporters not to show the receipts. They should leave the lines. That's how some of them left left the lines and went outside. But there were some people in the line that in those lines that said they were not leaving. They were there to vote and they're going to vote. So
Right.
and they get walked out and then they left. And then the process went on.
So this is my confusion because I thought when they came in there, they asked to count the ballot and then the election commission said no. I thought that was the case. But everything that they said, now as you play the video, we saw it, they agree upon it. So they're putting out, it's just confusing me because everything that you asked for, the people said, okay.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
First they say, then the older folks came, Urukala, Anthony Guayon, and they say you're counting ballot. I even went there. I said, Momento, they got to count the ballots. Because they have to know how many ballots you printed. They're not just going to take your word for it. So this is the picture of them counting the ballots. They're watching the process right there. You can see them. You can see the lady counting the ballot. The ballot papers right on the table.
We seen it. Yeah, we seen it.
When they reach to 50, they put it one side. Then they count another 50. They put it. So they counted about 450s. And then the chairman said, let the people start voting. And you can see beyond the people, how the people standing on the line in that place. You have to go. So where was it going to take for you to stem that 200 while the people voting? Then you're counting it. By the time you're finished with the 200, that time you're finished counting the whole ballot, then you know how much you got there. And other you're staying there, they stamp it, and you got your observers. They got two observers.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just not everything is just it's just not adding up to me. I'm sorry because the first thing I heard it was the $50 that they charging people to pay $50 twice, and when we find out it's not the case. Now it's the counting the ballot process. We find out the people agree to count the ballot again. So then from there, when I went on the camp and I asked, and my campaign chairman said that he didn't want children to go to jail because he didn't want no problem. So I don't know whether people were fighting or because they got counting the ballot, the people agreed to count the ballot.
But he was before their hand like they standing up watching the people counting the ballot.
Everything
so
I requested
for people to go to jail. Nobody was going to jail. Nobody was causing drama in the place. The noise you heard there, people, once we standing online, you will hear people chatting.
Of course.
People will be talking. Nobody going to stay online. You're quiet. Keep quiet. They're going to be talking.
We want to go have fun. It's not funeral. Even funerals, that people can talk. So I just, I don't know why they say. I just don't know. I wish they would like come and then the voters that they voters because they run good campaign. They had a good fight for people to come and cast a ballot and see how long it was not gonna be any problem to see if you're going to allow your people to come in to cast the vote. They are going to be fine. But they said that the process they want to set a precedent because the process was not fair. So that's the reason they pulled out. So for me, I understand they pulled out, but I can pull out of grant you that. I'm sorry, I can pull
Yes, the
out.
ballot there, the counting the ballots on there. Yes,
Yeah.
the ballot there.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
Mr.
taking
Dogger,
the ballot was right in the brown box, right there. And it took
Mr.
you out
Dog,
the ladies counting the ballot. And when you go here, you see Madame Padilla right here. She got the ballot right there. And then when you go here, you see them standing up. Yeah, you right for your hand right here, watching the process of the counting
Mhm.
right there. All
And
the
it was
observers.
fair that the
Because
election commission.
they told the observers not to touch the, they're there to observe. So they
Yeah.
shouldn't get involved in the process of counting. So they all agreed. And the commissioners were doing the counting. You
And,
can see Precious Zili standing right there, and everybody observing the process. I'm in the back.
and the process was fair that they have a stamp. If they don't have a stamp, then we're going to say, okay, where they want come from. So everything was really in line. It was in line for everything to come out peacefully. So I
There's the
just don't
stamp.
understand.
And you see the stamp
wow,
right by the cup.
Yeah,
That's the
I
stamp
see
right there
it.
to use. The stamp right there. Everybody that came out yesterday was stamped.
Mr. Dogger,
Yeah, go ahead, Jacob.
the process, because the process was so much, streamlined in a way that nobody could bend the process. They found it very uncomfortable. That's how I feel. They're not used to having a very fair process, where everyone will have to sweat out and make sure that they earn the vote that they received. So that was very much intimidating to them, in my point of view. Now, I'm not speaking here on behalf of anybody. Like I said, I'm a man that led to say the truth. You can be my own friend. I will tell you the truth just as it is. It is up to you to accept it or don't take it. But I'm not the person that will come and tell you something that you want to hear. I want to tell you why you need to hear. And Mr. Gilmore made a mistake. He tarnished his reputation. He ruined his own character. And those that even follow him, I don't know what they were thinking. I'm sorry to say, but that was not a fair thing to do to Grand Jeddah County. If you think you really care and you want to see the organization move forward, I think it would be good to see the process that was put into place. Even if Gilmore go to Facebook to tell you don't vote, you pay your money from your state. You pay your own hotel. Yeah, all these rental cars. You did it for yourself. Why will you go corner yourself somewhere and just listen to what he tells you? We have to follow our leaders, but we got to be careful how we take in misinformation. We've seen it here. It continue to happen in this country, and see the position that we are currently in this country. Misinformation.
Yeah. So
So thank you for.
let me tell those who are saying that the election has been won and it's over with. There is no. We are analyzing what happened here. So if you just got here, if you don't see the flyer that we posted, we are analyzing what we saw in the hall. That's what we're explaining here. That's all we got. And we just not just seeing it from our mouths. We got video and pictures to show to the world that the process that happened here, that's what we are doing. I just told you when they were doing the counting props of the ballot, I was watching. I didn't take part in the counting. I was not on the election commission. So I will have my camera in there. At a certain point, they call me because or they never had the names in alphabetical order, or either with the so it was giving a problem. That's how they call me to help out, and I was helping out to just look at the poll receipt and look at the people ID, and then they give and pressure. Then when we check the paper, they check it, and then the people go and get the ballot to Madame Padilla, and then they cast the ballot. So we observers, we all watch it, videotape it, and then we send it out there to the people to see what actually going on. Go ahead, Mr. Freeman.
Yeah, so I mean, I said thank you for documenting everything through the video for the Grenadian that was not there to see exactly what happened, because the misinformation being sent out there is, I think the purpose here is to continue to undercut the organization that we have all been working hard to bring back to life. And in my opinion, Edith have been doing a great job, because the fact that many other chapters has resurrected under her regime, that alone is a plus. You understand? I could have voted for Gilmore. You don't know. You understand? I spoke to Gilmore, outside. You knew I was there doing my also selling my t-shirt and my stuff. I spoke to Gilmore. I could have voted for him.
Yeah, you give
So
me
you can't just go to the
give me
election ground and assume that everybody that there, they are on the other side. You see?
Yeah. So
Right.
my point, my question to Jojo again. You went
Yeah.
there and the people didn't give you enough reason for pulling out, so you went back in the hole and you cast your vote for Edith.
Yes, because when I went there, I don't see like I said, when I went there, I asked why is there, and the campaign manager told me that there are people, children over there that they brought. There's first time voter. He don't want problem. He don't want people to go to jail because the whole target is to target people, to send people to jail, and he don't want that. That's why they pull out. So I said, okay, you pull out. Then what become of? Oh, they said, oh, then we take the grandchildren association and give it to them. So I said, okay, I'm a Grand Guinean. I have the right. I have the constitution right to decide. So
So, but
I keep
when you went back in the building, you saw people arresting people.
no, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I say it confused me. Because when they say that we don't want people to go to jail, we have first time voter, which of course I truly have first time voter.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
see,
a lot of first
I
time.
see
Yeah, a
young
lot of first
people.
time voters.
Yeah. So I didn't see people arresting people. Came there, it was just dancing, people dancing. There was not like people. The line was not that long, sir, because it was just smooth. People were just going there. In
Mhm.
fact, when there, I don't see anybody asking, "Oh, why are this one? Bring your ID." Compared to the way it was in Minnesota, you have to bring your ID. And where for me, my Minnesota, I had problem because they put my Josephine crack and left the side out. Anthony K told me, "So I'm not going to vote." And somebody said, but when well, then he said, I'm gonna bring another thing. I have to show my debit card and my ID before I vote. So it wasn't like that over there. So I really don't know. So they told me that they don't want problem and this that they don't want people children to go to jail. That's why they pulled out. So he said that's the reasons. I said, okay, the reason is not it's not enough for me to stay out. And in fact, I can't even stay out to say I will not participate. I was with I want to say this too to clarity. I was with the gaming thing, like I said earlier. I say I knew this. And another thing I want to say is not that I didn't know, I know not to make decision based on your emotion, like how you feel. That's what happened from the beginning. But later, when I did it in November, and from November, December, January, as
What
the
did you
campaign
what
was
did you
going,
do? What did you do in November?
I endorsed the Gamer Slew team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, November, I think November 16, 17, around there, from 16 to 20, something there. I endorsed the Gilmore Slew team based on what happened in Iowa. So
Okay.
that's the reason. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
because in Iowa, I saw you were with Boti Tayon.
Yeah,
We
that's what I
spoke briefly
said.
outside, right out to the place there, to the when I was videotaping, I spoke to you. I saw you with
Yes,
them.
that's what I said. I knew I have been knowing this, that you don't make decision based on your emotion. So in November, I did that. But as time goes by, I've seen a lot that really didn't go down with me. So I was like, okay. But I still encourage people. I still brought people on board. Okay. But at the end of the day, this is not it's not about any individual. Grandchildren is more than any other person. I put grandchildren first. So
Yeah.
after all, I saw why the reason why they pulled out, it wasn't enough to me. It wasn't anything to convince me to say, okay, this is the reason. So I went and cast my ballot. I'm sorry. I have the rights.
Yeah, you got it right. So why you
I
saying
have my
sorry?
constitution right to do what I think is good for the county. So I did what is good for the county. And I went there, I told Madam Slew and Mr. Gilman, I told him I was with you guys from the beginning. But after everything today, I'm out. I said it to them. I'm out.
Hmm.
Yes, I told Mr. Kilmer, I told Miss Slew, I told her, I said, I'm out.
But
And she said,
did
okay.
you tell them they made a mistake for by not that's the reason you gave them the reason why the reason you gave them what you saw?
The reason I get the thing I told her, I said, this is not enough reason to put out. You cannot encourage people, bring people on board. People pay their money, the hotel fee, all the expenses they make, and then they come there, standing in line to vote. You came, you asked all the things they said, and they didn't explain it to me because I didn't show on time too. Like I came around 9:40, like 9:45 to 10 o'clock. at that time, everything has already subsided. So I didn't see counting ballot and all those stuff. I didn't see it. All I heard is that he didn't want problem, and the people trying to they want problem. He don't want for people trying to get hurt or people trying to go to jail. So that's the reason why they pulled out. So for me, I look at it, it's not enough reason for me to stand to say I'm not casting my vote. And it's not, I'm not, it's my loyalty is not belong to an individual, it belong to Grand Jury Association. So that's the reason why. So I cast my vote.
So after you cast your vote, you went back to them and told them that you're not going, or you told them before you left.
I told them, I told them before after I cast my vote, and then everything, and the question I asked and all the things, because I asked question, there's other people said I was like, there's this guy from Texas, he called me personal. I think that's the president. He called me. I don't know him. I think that's the president from Texas. He called me. He said, "Oh, Josephine," after I left the first recalling, and he called me and said, "Oh, Josephine, I listened to your first recalling too. And myself, I felt the same way you felt too. Because it's not enough reason for us to put out. We came all the way this far. And then they say, nah, they don't want us to cast our vote. So what should we do? We just go back?" So I said, I'm not going to go back. My loyalty is not, it's not belong to any individual. It belongs to Grand Jury Association, to GGAA. So I'm going to cast my vote and hear my side talk. So I'm just saying that it's just when you guys two team in the race, one person have to win. And the people that I saw on Gilmore Sulu camp, if they are going to come in to vote, they are going to be competitive.
Yes.
They are going to be competitive.
Because
Well,
Jacob, I don't know if you saw the video. I saw I saw the video of when it went to the CP, the headquarters. I saw the video. I told my man Wayne to go around with it. There were a lot of people over there.
Yes, indeed. They
So
had a
we
lot of
out of
people.
there was something I don't know. I don't know how that decision was made, or we
I said,
encouraged him. Somebody that messed the whole camp up.
There was a lot of
Oh, yeah,
people,
there's a
but
lot of people. It was gonna be a neck. That's when they say too high, too close to core. That's when we used to too close to core. It's gonna be tough.
yeah, but
right.
what I'm thinking is probably those people did not go to pay their convention fee, so they could not show up based on that requirement. That's the only thing I can take from that. Because if you have that much people and putting you in a better position, and even among us, there were other people that were still voting, even though he called them off, people still voted Gilmore. There were
They
ballot
did.
cards for him.
Mhm.
You understand
They
me?
did.
So
No,
the
but
only
you
way
see,
you can
when Gilmore came on the line and told the people to leave, the other people I heard it. They posted they were not leaving.
okay.
Some of his supporters said they were not leaving. They stay on the line. They couldn't vote. They vote. So not
Unless
all the
you
people
have
that
so
left.
many, unless
Not
you
all the
have
people.
so
They
many
said
other
other people said no, we're
people,
not going. You go. We're not going.
unless you have so many other people that didn't pay their convention fee, that was not able to show their receipt that they actually attended the ball, that could be the only reason why somebody will say, I don't want the people to come.
But
And I
if you
think
attend the board that night, you were there, Freeman. You have to pay the fees to go
that's
in. That
right.
hall was packed. That hall was almost 800 and some more people in that hall. And you have
Right.
571 votes. You have almost 200 and some more that didn't 200, 300 people that didn't cast their ballot. So look at the hall that night. That hall was packed. And everybody who went in that hall, the
Pay.
vice president, the vice president, the expiring then Isaac Gnawa's wife came. She never had her receipt. They made her to go look for her receipt. When she went outside and looked around, she couldn't find it. But then she paid online. Those people who pay online first.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so you got
But those
your
names
payment
that were
receipt.
published, they have to bring that list and show it before they give her ballot to cast. The president too. The president could not find her receipt. The president, but I have to go and bring the people and look at the thing. So it was just the receipt. And they had, look, everybody who entered the hall that night, I don't know, but maybe the children, but all the adults, those ones, they
Yeah.
entered, they had a receipt.
Mhm.
Peter Darcy, he paid through cash out. His wife had a receipt on the phone, and he pays $350. There were five of his kids and his wife. Because the wife came with the children to vote, and then they showed the receipt, and they show their phone and they show their ID and they gave the children a ballot. So when even Daniel Pine that night, that Saturday night, Daniel came, I think he was 3 or 4 children. When I meet children, they are adults.
Yeah.
They're not one of the age of voting age, but they were, I know, I was beginning. And he paid the pay, and the children came in the building. So everybody who were online had receipt. Even Uriah did not, but Uriah paid with cash app, so they knew on the payment list, and they had a payment list there. When you don't get your receipt, they look on the payment list. They check you out.
That's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened to me too, because I changed price and I couldn't find my receipt. So
Yeah. What's your name on that list?
yeah, so they have to. I call it. They couldn't find my name. What's her name? Madam Steven say yes, and then when they brought the list, they look on the list, and then they found my name. So I didn't understand that part, but it is what it is right now. So all we can say, I'm pretty sure it's a lesson learned that next time when people saying the thing, when you come into election and they say and the commission say this is what going to happen, if you know you not agree upon it, you should take action way ahead of time. Or
Jojo, when did you get to know about these fees?
the $50 who have been paying the $50 for the long case.
But I want to know, when did you get to hear about it? Because I want you to listen. I want you to listen to Mr. Gilmore here.
Okay.
What is the main reason for that? The reason the election commission and the board and the national president decided that the young people were not on their side. They realized that the new faces that they were seeing, they were huge. The young people would not attend the dancing in the party. And they came up with a last minute decision, 3 hours to the time of voting.
Yeah, Gilmore said 3 hours to the time of voting.
No, let my sister continue because she was on the floor.
At 3 hours, you heard about it in your camp, Jojo?
Yeah, so no, it
That is
wasn't 3
totally
hours.
misleading.
I remember you had a show for it. You had a show for
I had
it,
a
right?
show with the
There's a
chairman
show that
of
you
the
had that
election
night.
commission.
Yeah.
Almost, and me and Eric went out that day on the show from there. Then I had another show with the board members.
So
then he's saying 3 hours before the election, that's when he get to know.
For
when
me,
they went
I didn't
to
know
meeting
3
the
hours.
administration, the two aspirants, the board and the commissioner, when the board went to listen in and the commissioner said it 3 weeks ago. Therefore, before I bring them on the show. And then the brother said 3 hours before the election, before you heard it.
The only thing I heard 3 hours, it was the time when they pull out, like less than 3 hours when they say we shouldn't cast our vote. That's it. Only time frame I was within 3 hours. It was less than 3 hours when they say we should now cast our vote.
So y'all had a decision on not voting before y'all went in there?
No, that's what I'm saying, because he said 3 hours. So I said, no, it's the $50 was not 3 hours. The only thing I heard that was within the period of 3 hours. It was when our chairman said nobody should cast a vote, should go to the CP. You know, that's the time I heard that's the time I fall within the period of 3 hours.
Yeah. And what Francis said, because one of the meetings I went to, that what I learned from that meeting, I got it from that meeting, that they were not educating the people. Because in that meeting that the National Administration called, the 3 hours were discussed. And Orito Tape Kuya from North Dakota made a statement about it, even the $50. She thought that when she paid the $50, and then when she go to the election ground, she will be required to pay another $50. So the education, to me too, Jojo and Freeman, and I blame the commissioner, Mr. Ggaa.
On what?
They didn't educate
exactly.
the
That's what
voters.
I'm going to say too. That's why, and that's
They
what
did
I
not
said on the show
educate
that
the
day.
voters. They called the aspiring to a meeting, and they expected the aspiring to go to their people and tell the people. So let's say I'm not in on the camera, just independent. I will go there and listen to the debate that day before I vote. I was not informed.
Yeah, but Mr. Dober, the process that will carry on is not a new process. The paying of the $50 was not a new thing. Every Granadian that have ever attended a convention knew about it, that when you get to the convention, you will have to pay a $50 fee. So the education you're talking about, I don't know where I'm going to come up. You guys were on the show. Yeah.
Mr. Freeman, Here's
Yeah,
the thing. Yeah, it is true. Every convention that we went on, we paid this $50. But
yeah,
it was not it was not like well, how do I call it? It was not
You're not
compulsory
required.
like the way it was not required like this one is now. We have paid $50. There are some people that have paid their $50. Like from I have my receipt from North Dakota, Minnesota, uh what's it
Even
called?
Phoenix,
Ohio, Cleveland.
Phoenix,
Cleveland, Ohio.
Arizona.
No Phoenix one. I lost that receipt, but from Ohio, Cleveland, Minnesota, North Dakota, I still have my $50 receipt here. Okay, we were paying those $50, and it's true we're paying it. But when the election commission came and said that this $50 is the receipt that he's going to use, that you show before you cast your ballot, he should have came out long time to educate the people who have been paying the $50 for rock or ages. We know that. But since it is serious like this, and that's his guideline that he put on for this particular election, he should have come out long time. Or the way I remember back then, during the time they disqualify Potitayon. I remember Mr. T and Madame Politibert, they used to make a video clip, a short video, and they gave it to you. Then you play it on your show. It used to be like that. But the other election here, we have not seen anything such like that.
Yeah, he made a
So
clip. He made one clip and gave it to me. I play, giving you the info.
yeah, that's what he was doing back then. But this
so
other election, he
But
didn't
so
do
so
it.
so here's my take on Prince.
Yeah, that was
Good
here for
evening to
you.
everyone. Here's
You
my
were, are
take.
you at the hold that money when we were doing the counting of the ballot?
Absolutely, I was standing right there. I was standing there. But before I speak to the counting thing, let's get back to the video you just played about, Mr. Octavia Gaiman. I was on the TEDx conference, the national TEDx conference, Madame Poa call about the very $50
Yeah,
payment.
I was there too.
Good. He was the second person who spoke. I was the fourth person. Gaiman was the second person who spoke when they opened the line for everybody to ask that question. Gaiman did not ask a question. Gaiman made a statement. And in his statement, I will paraphrase. He said, Madam President, the fact that, you are not, telling anybody about that, you planned this, you are not showing leadership. And so the president said, no, I'm only telling you what the board decided. I didn't come up with it. The board came up with this. But I won't sit on information like that without letting everybody know. This $50, we all been paying this $50. But they are saying they're going to use the receipt of the $50 plus the voter roster and your ID to verify if or not you pay your convention fee. This whole idea of showing your receipt was to compel every person who is a convention attendees, not every Grandian in America, but everyone who went to the convention should pay the convention fee. As a convention attendees, you are obligated to pay $50. Like you regularly said, Jojo, we've been paying this $50 there. This is not something new. The only new thing that there is say keep your receipt. Now, to what Prince said before I speak to the county of the ballot was a many people who came, they lost their receipt. They paid. Their name were on the payment list. I was a pool washer. We have to use the payment list and verify. They didn't have the receipt, but I knew on the payment list. Okay, you can see how they pay. They pay in cash. They pay what's the name? Cash app. They pay Zelle. It's right there. There's a guy here in White pay $100, but they use cash app, so they pay $104. It's sure right there, $104. We let them to vote. So the idea of they creating new. I think if Gaiman, like you guys said before I got on the show, if Gaiman will allow people to vote, this race was going to be very competitive. Let me tell you today, it was going to be very competitive. But the fact that he told his people, and then another thing is, why did he go through the debate? Why did he show up to almost all of the activities? Even on the voting day.
Wait, let me show you you see, I pay with my credit card. They had that machine. They advanced now.
Oh yeah.
I put my credit card on the thing, come when I shop it in there. So this is it. They send a link to me. You see the link?
Yeah.
I click here on the link. You're gonna see my receipt will put up right there.
Right there.
You see that?
The receipt right there. We're looking at.
Yeah.
And you'll see a GGAA.
There is no way you can say
association.
Yeah, there is no way. Even when you pay with Zelle, when you pay with, I'm using myself now. When you pay with Zelle, it comes automatically Grand Association. It don't come
They
out
send
with
a
either
link. I said, they
me.
asked me how you want your receipt. I said, send a text. And
Yeah.
I said, how to send a link to me. It came on my phone. I was Madam Stevens. She asked for my phone number. I gave it to her, and she sent it to me. And when the link came, I just hit the link. When I hit the link like this, the link opened.
And the receipt
So
open.
trying to afford, I hit the link and show the people my receipt.
Yeah.
They would look on the list, and they saw my name, and they gave me my ballot.
And a lot of people pay with Zelle. They didn't have that receipt. They went to that Zelle. And it showed, by the time you click on the Zelle, you see GGAA because the Zelle is created in GGAA name. So you can see GGAA. At that point, you qualify to vote. Somebody came with a receipt, but the person name was not on none of the roster. They did not vote. Where they got the receipt from, we don't know. Maybe somebody dropped the receipt or not, but their ID matched the name, but the name not on none of the voter
The name
roster.
on the receipt.
The name on the receipt, good, but the name not on none of the roster. We tell that person you can't vote because you're supposed to register with your chapter.
You're not registered with a chapter. You can't let them say
you see that? Vote. Even though they had a $50 receipt,
the person that was frustrated was Isaac Gnawa's wife. She said, "When they stop me from voting, I should go by in the hall." It was like around 3 o'clock. I said, "I go by in the hall." She went in the hall. They had to bring the receipt because her husband paid through the Zelle before then. So the names were on it, and they brought it, and Eric showed it, and they gave her a ballot.
Yeah, just
I mean, it was easy.
So what I have to say, another thing that Ggaa did that was bad is that so many people sacrificed that job, took off from that job. The vacation, what is supposed to take the go places to enjoy. They drove, they bought plane ticket, they rented a car, they got into a hotel, Airbnb. And because of your own ego, you did all of the activities and you pulled out of the race. You let those people down. Had you stayed there, compete, even if you lose the election, and gracefully concede, my brother, even
you think they are CDC?
Huh?
You think the city gave us the ammonia thing is CDC? Part of the CDC for step 2011.
No, I didn't say that. I said even if
CDC step all of the red, last minute time, second round.
Oh yeah, 2011.
2011
with Madam Salif. Yeah, they did that. 2011. But again, what I'm saying here is that you are young. Most of the people that are supporting you behind the scene are advisor. Many of them have served the union, either on the board level or on the national administration level. They are all served. Their time gone now. You're a very young man. Even if this election was not going your way, you concede, you take your pride and go home. Guess what? The next time, even if either Poisson can build 3 clinics or buy 2 hall of Grand Jury Association, you get back in the race. Me, I know my people. They will say, the young man being consistent, they'll give it to you. Fred Green, you know how many times they defeated Fred Green in the play? Fred Green still won the election. They defeated, you know how many times Gene Witte lost the election here? Gene Witte still became president. Our people, so long you are consistent, you come back, they will give you the chance. Papa Yaya today is a senator because he got sympathy vote. You know how many times Yaya was defeated? 3 times. That the 4th time you became senator. So being a victim or not victim, being a loser in an election is not a crime. It's not the end of the world. It is not, anything bad. Things happen. But whoever, and Ggaa, even though you may have your advisor, but you as an individual, I blame you because you have your own brain of yourself. You have your own desire of yourself. And you should have considered the effort of these people. Over 200 people that came for you. You're not better than them. You should consider them. Especially at the last minute. We can't, the last part I want to say, Prince, is that counting ballot. When they say, you can't, the first thing Uriah soon said, that check back. Eric say, I paid 300 and change to print this ballot. I don't have any other money right now. If y'all make the money available, I'll go print the ballot. At that last minute, Uriah said, they didn't get money. Then Uriah left the check back thing, and Uriah said, he want the ballot to be counted. So Eric said, my man, what kind of thing is this? Myself, I said, Prince said, but Anthony will count the ballot money. So I said, okay. Let's count the ballot. So we went ahead and started counting the ballot. By the time we reached 200 mark, somebody suggested, I don't know who suggested, but somebody suggested, say, okay, the line is long, like a lot of people in the hall. Let's stop allowing the people to vote while we continue the counting of the ballot. Immediately when that was said, Uriah say, you know what? I don't want to vote anymore. This thing is crazy. Y'all make up your mind and blah, blah, blah. Y'all walk out of here. Game on to King said the same thing. If brother two starts in the thing, that walk out of here. How they walk out? So how can you blame the other team? You think I paid my $50, I drove 10 hours to go one way. And I should come back because somebody refused to vote? No. Myself voted. I was a poor watcher, but I went and catch my vote. Why? Because I went there purposely for GGAA. I didn't go there because somebody felt as though at the last minute, they can do it. You cannot let people down like that. And that's why leadership is important. Much that you may not like what's happening, consider the people who took off work, who bought a plane ticket, and look at it with me. They had to do their hair, do makeup, do nails, do other things. Just because of you, young man. And you let them down. That was sad.
Yeah. So the thing is like it was sad, but like they
Jojo, there's
said,
a guy here. He's driving. He parked to talk, so let him
yeah,
talk. Let him
yeah,
leave.
yeah.
Go ahead, Mister. Go ahead. Please call your
Yeah,
name.
Prince. How you doing? My name is Margaret Willer. I'm the husband to Mami Flan Willer, the Midwest cheerleader. I called to make some impact to the show. Anyway, I am a member of the Ggaa Association by marriage.
Okay.
So we all left our favorite business PhD because of one thing. Ggaa Association. You understand? Gimmer is personal friend to me. Gimmer is one of my best men, matter of fact, in my wedding. But I am very, very disappointed in him. Seriously speaking to you. Gimmer should have stand as a leader. Whatever, I don't care, whatever Uriah Shaw or JJ Dennis, whosoever told him anything, they are not the one who was going to rule this organization if he has won this election. He did not show any leadership. He did not show any kind of charisma of bringing peace to this wonderful organization. Prince, I told you the last time, Ggaa Association is the oldest organization out of the 15 political subdivision in Liberia. Every other county that came up with an organization came out of Ggaa Association, either by affiliation or by marriage or by attending these programs that how all the other organizations came about. This is the mother organization for all 15 political subdivision in our country. For this kind of thing to happen, it's a shame. To be very frank with you, these guys wanted to manipulate the election because of what's been going on throughout. You understand? They will pass people through the kitchen window, people through the doors to come and vote without any kind of identity or whatsoever. Who are you? You want to rule this organization, you cannot pay $50? Gimmer could have paid for all those kids that he brought to the election. He could have paid for them if he really wanted to lead this organization. So I'm disappointed in him. I will not blame any of the advisors. I will blame Gimmer himself. The second people I will blame, look, Anthony Ggaa. He's on one of the most popular talk show in America, the Closing Argument. The number one word we hear from people, Liberian people are gullible. So because of this gullibility, Otavio Gimmer used these people, and they just fall into the trap like that. You buy your plane ticket, Otavio did not buy you plane ticket,
Oh.
or he did not rent your car, he never bought you gas. Why would he come up to you and say, boycott election and you boycott? I'm not going to blame Rice brother. No way. I'll blame Demon. Thank you, Prince. That's what I want to say. Have a good day as I drive. I will still follow the show.
Thank you very much. So people, Josephine, let's go ahead. I think Fremont is having issue with his
Yeah.
Fremont. I think Fremont having issue with
The
his.
big guy went no internet.
Yeah, so like everybody said, and that's what we've all been saying. This thing is not about any individual, it's not about well, personal interest, it's about Grand Juda County. So like for me to go out there, yes, I stood for them, I encourage people, and then now the people I encourage, can you imagine you did not put no effort and you get 33. So if you're going to put effort,
Yeah,
then imagine.
37. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. He
you
got
didn't put
37
effort,
votes.
you
Yeah,
get
but there were
33.
33 invalid votes.
Oh, okay. I have went
37
out,
votes for Gilmore.
convince people, convince friends.
Hey,
You yeah.
convince the people, Jojo, you told the people to vote for Gilmore and you said to them, you not vote for them, man.
Oh yes, because I
No,
told
I
you,
think
I
that
tried.
After the fire
after
damage
she
was
convinced
caused.
them,
Yeah,
that's
after
Saturday
the
night.
fire damage, after I convinced
That
people,
Saturday night,
and then later,
walk in the car
Prince,
convincing your
you
friend.
cannot go back. I cannot go back to the people again and tell them, say,
And
oh,
then
you
they say,
know
oh,
that I
don't vote for
convinced you the
Gilmore.
last time.
Yeah.
Don't vote for them. How they would look at me, they'll be like, who is that woman? She's inconsistent, you know. But the thing is that when that whole thing started from the beginning, you know when I turned off from the Gilmore Through team today, let me tell you, from the day Mr. Michael Gilmore came online that day,
Yes.
that particular day, that was my
That way
turning
can
point.
took a hit.
That was
Okay.
my turning point.
Let's listen to the caller here. Those of y'all who say the election finished, why we can't leave it? You live in the greatest nation in the world. After election, the people analyze the election, they talk about the election 2-3 weeks before then they load their fort. The way we're talking now, they seeing Gilmore shouldn't have gone and left it. Next time when you're eating, you will not leave. You will not tell people to leave. So that's why the people talking about it. The election not finished, they finished today. You watch CNN, you watch Fox News, you watch
When the woman always say, I say, give us
MSNBC,
we shouldn't vote. I say that, I say, I will not leave.
all the things you watch it around. The people talk about it. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, Prince. Good evening. My name is Jay Kidewi Alexander Tote. I phone from Minnesota this evening.
Why?
Yeah, Prince. To be friends, I'm disappointed in Mr. Damon for him to allow Bibel's Uriah's son, Fred Williams, and the other Gilmore man that had the show to manipulate a mind. Gilmore had a better chance. The fact is that, Manapua is not going for, this is your last thing. Like I listen to Anthony Gay. If you allow the people to vote. But in this, in French, people didn't know right by telling them you shouldn't vote. In fact, you have another opportunity when you went, I know that in a year, where Mr. Gaiman was going live and asking for him to make a statement. I thought right there in Guatemala, the people say, let's go back in the hall for the vote. But you tell them, we'll read. And given that, if the same full step Mr. Guion and Fred Guion took to divide Grand Jede Association, that's the same step that you want to take. Because Fred Guion, when the board have a problem with him, the next thing he did when he went to the court, when the court issue was not resolved, at the end of the day, he formed his own organization. I think the organization, Ono Manaide Poa, is coming together. The fact that I saw my own brother, or Levi Malices, or keynote speaker for the occasion, that tells me that the organization is coming together. Because Levi Malices is one of the person who was backing of Fred Guion.
Absolutely.
Who on our occasion to serve our keynote speaker, it is an indication that the Green Leaders are coming together. And what happened now, Mr. Gilmore, I shoot in one life that the next election, somebody who is not even in the people thinking about, they will vote, Green Leader will vote for that person because of the attitude that he exhibited in recent time. Election sometimes cannot be fair. The election commission, they work overtime. So when there is an error, you file a complaint. Now for you to tell Grenada, almost 250 persons went to the convention, they bought a plane ticket, left for the various or state, and you tell them you shouldn't vote. So their plan to tell you the Uriah sons and other people, their plan was a pre-calculated plan to divide Grenada again. And I pray that our fellow Grenada should not follow a full step and going full step for the organization to be divided.
Okay, thank you.
Because the state, the organization reach on either poor might not achieve anything, but bringing unities among the Grenadian people. Other organizations, I come here, I will leave you. Other organizations are following Grenadian Association because the way the Grenadian Association organized. A friend of mine in Liberia now, Joy Lobo said, I'm not a crime member, I think Grenadian Association because
Joy Lobo been to most of our conventions.
Oh yeah, the man myself was talking one time. He said, "My man, I'm
Joy Lobo at the Arizona convention."
Meaning that other organizations are following Grenadian Association.
Okay, thank you.
So why Ggaa have an age in your favor and you running away from election because one or two reasons? Uriah's son and other people will take responsibility.
Why Ggaa can't take responsibility? Why you want to
Man, Uriah's son already several times a board member.
Yeah, the problem is that they manipulated his mind.
So you gotta tell them, no, we're gonna take part in the process, and when we're not okay, we find process.
That's it.
Yes. So because Uriah, the reason I think Uriah's son and all will take in responsibility, they are more mature in terms of leadership and in terms of the Grenadian Association. This guy or Ggaa is very noticed. He coming to the politics, he really didn't know a role, how to go. They directed him.
Okay.
Everything those guys say, that's what he do.
Thank you. Let's go to the wireless caller.
If that is the case, that means Ggaa is not ready to be a leader.
Oh, my name is Bill Cooper, former chairman of Team Uvoca.
Go ahead, Mr. Cooper.
I said people behind.
I honestly want to blame the campaign team of Mr. Gilmore. They should have done their work. They should have done their homework. All the things we're talking here, they are the cause of it. Why? When we campaigned for Mr. Ubote, we were on the ground. We went from state to state. We saw and knew what was going on. So the only way we could have won was we make sure that every name we have on our roster, if they don't have money, we pay for them. Believe me or not, Mr. Dorber, I received $5,000 because after I did my calculation, I called members of the team, the hierarchy, and told them, hey, look, this is my point. This is my suggestion. If we don't do this, we're going to lose this election. And you guys are not going to make me lose an election in Minnesota that I consider myself to be a doyen. Then you come right in my backyard, you come beat me, I say, yo, do something.
So you think they should have collected money to register the other members who didn't have the $50 to enter the hall?
They should have no room for that. The campaign leaders should have thought about that and make room for that. But instead, they all sat there hoping that they were all going to win. Yes, it's okay to hope. But you look at the amount of people that are coming into the race. Look at people from all over the country. See how many of them are King, Gilmore. You think had these people have money to pay for this, either would have won? Yes, if she did, it will be by a very thin margin. Very thin margin. But they failed to do that. So why should we blame Gilmore? Gilmore himself, he has so much on his hand. Trust me, being a candidate in an election like this one was highly contested. This election was highly contested. And the end game.
So you think he should have stayed?
He should have stayed.
He should have stayed. He should have stayed. Why?
because he stayed and said, even though I'm not satisfied with this election, but it is what it is. I am a president. I will support every president activities. And so from today, Madam President, congratulations, and you can go ahead. Unlike Edith. Edith, we contested against us strongly.
But Gilmore, financial thinking, I think the secretary, the treasurer, I mean.
The treasurer, yeah.
After the election, the treasurer went there after they were celebrating about, I think, 9 p.m. and he congratulated Edith. He said Grand Jide is the biggest picture here. And he congratulated Edith and then he left.
So, Mr. Dover, you may not believe it. After we defeated Edith that night, they wants to right there and give us $1,000 and say,
but Pretty was standing right there.
Yeah, I was one of the commissioners.
I said, this is your for your development agenda. You think, even though he said congratulations to her, but he could have prepared himself for next election. I don't know how it's going to go next election, but yes, that was the beginning of the next election if he intends to run. So that's what I thought I could say.
Thank you, Mr.
And then Mr. Dober. Mr. Dober.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like the man said, what Mr. Mao did, it's the same thing that I did. This is how people know that you really mean. If you say you love Grand Jide, this is how people tell. Because all the thing we're doing, it was just because of I have my candidate, because I think what he got on a platform, I kind of interested in it, right? But at the time when he came back and he withdrew, I expect all the B-States in our own account, the big brother than Mr. Pine for them to come and cast their vote. Even if you not cast your vote for Madam Poor, cast your vote for Mr. Gilmore. They will still count the ballot, right? So I don't understand why they stay by. And that's what I kept saying. I was not going to stay by. I would not stay by to say, oh, because Mr. Gilmore is not in the race, so I'm not going. It's not about Mr. Gilmore. It's not about Sis Josephine. It's about Grand Jide County. That's all we were doing. And when they decided to stay by, I cannot stay by. So that's a bold step that Mr. Mao take. And that's why I expected everybody to come. If even you not vote for Madam Poor, I said, come and cast your ballot because you came there because of Grand Jide Association and you did. So why stay by? And I asked the question. I asked Mr. Gilmore, I asked Madam Sulu, I said, so what become of the team at Mwenu? And then Mr. Sun told me that we just leave the Grand Jide Association with them. So I said, okay, then I will be with them.
They get leave the Grand Jide Association with them. Who are the them?
They from poor team.
I want to play this tape to show the people how we pay our money in there. I don't know who took this video, but somebody sent it to me. But listen.
Yeah.
$100.
Okay. $102. Yeah.
L-O-R.
Okay.
So 100 to United States dollars. I bring that. That place is
in America out there.
So now I'm gonna say you pay. You tap your stuff.
Spread it.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. That a POS device.
You want? Yeah, you can. Go ahead and tap.
You tap here?
You don't have the tap card, so go ahead and stick it in here.
I got an old factory.
Got a chip in it.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
Got a chip.
No, the chip one that's the older one.
So you
see?
The chip did not work.
It went.
Move
it. Move it. Yeah.
Move it. Okay. And I'm going to send you your receipt. What's your phone number?
952
952
200
84 20. That's your phone number.
That's me right
I
there.
sent you a receipt. It's your receipt sent.
Send me right to people who get the name that I pay for.
Yeah.
They car you. Where you took the car from Bloomtown? Took it from Arrow Coast?
Look at the car.
Also,
Prince, can you check your phone for a receipt? I want to see how the receipt appear on your phone. Please, Prince. I'm doing recording. I want to come in.
You just the membership. No, my man.
I have to pay now.
It should be there. Send it from.
I will pay later. My daughter, I left my card with her. She's gonna eat, so I will be sitting
Click
right
on
there.
it.
Okay.
Calm down. Click on that thing, please. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, but we see it.
no, but click on it. Click on it.
Okay. Welcome to.
What do you see there? I want to see. I'm recording there, Prince. That's Prince double receipt there. Jesus CNN. Okay.
I'm here.
It's very unique, though, man.
I paid my money. So who can say, oh, Prince went to the convention and he paid entrance fee? Jojo, why you upside down?
She tell who upside down.
You man, Jojo.
Say it the other way,
around. You say, Mr. Freeman, I see where you pay.
You don't want to put me upside down. I don't know
Mr. Freeman,
why.
how you pay or you walk with cash?
Pretty there, you don't want to adjust that on my camera.
And I mean, I don't tell you, I ain't have room to tell a camera.
No, on your screen when you're showing that video.
I did not test your camera. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Put camera around that. And co-host, what's up?
How's everyone doing?
How you pay too?
Good.
Or you pass in the kitchen? You pass in the kitchen?
I'm the one who was standing in front of the gate. Anthony, I'm going on my show tomorrow, so I won't talk too much. We were the people that was standing to that gate, making people to pay before they enter. So if I'm sticking behind somebody to pay and I don't pay them, I have no integrity.
Oh, God, me go.
Mr. Freeman, you hearing us?
Prince, there is a comment in the comment section.
I don't know what, Mr. Freeman. You got to go off and come back, Mr. Freeman. You're not hearing us. What the comment say in the comment section?
A comment from Princess Nayuwa Kankui or something. I'm sorry for your last name. I can't say the last name.
Princess said what? This long comment?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of discussion, but no one was really upset about the $50. What matters most, and what I keep coming back to is whether everyone who attended the ball actually registered with their chapter to vote as grandchildren. That's the heart of the issue. Also, why aren't the official voter registration list used? These are the questions we need clear answer to, so we can move forward in fairness and unity. Well, one of your questions here, not everybody who attended the ball paid that money, voted. There were other people who were not grandchildrens and other people whose names were not on the voter registration list. They entered the hall, and I know of a lot of people who we invited from here who are not grandchildrens. They enter the hall, they're not going to vote. They're not going to vote. And then your other question here is register with the chapter to vote. Not everybody, and that's the heart of the issue. And the official registration list used. The official list was used because that's why they were comparing when you come with your receipt, and to make sure that your name is on that list. They check it and check your ID, then they give you your ballot.
So before Mercy, before you come in, let me speak to the issue, the question, because I read that question earlier. So
can you hear me now, Mr.
The reason why both the voter roster from the various chapters and the receipt was used is to avoid the very question that she asked. It is possible that somebody can attend the convention, pay the $50, and not being a grandchildren. And were they allowed to vote? The answer is no.
No.
Somebody slipped through the crowd with a receipt, but that name was never on the chapter roster list. So that person was turned away. They did not vote. All right. Now, if you pay your money and lost your receipt, there was a listing of the payment.
Yeah.
We used the payment listing as well to verify whether or not you did pay. Yeah. And then also look on the chapter roster whether or not you did register with your chapter. If those two things
If you
correspond,
get a receipt in the car, we say yeah, go for the receipt in the car.
then we
And
clear
then
you and you
in
go
the
to the
car
next
and bring
table and your ballot is issued. So that's a brilliant question that you ask. And this is the reason why I asked Spring to put it on the screen so we can discuss it, because these two issues was primarily addressed. The receipt and the chapter listing were used, plus the payment listing. So we actually had three things that we're using: the payment listing, the receipt, and the chapter listing, including your state ID or driver license. So once the chapter submit your name, if the name on your driver license also does not correspond with the name on your paper, on the voter roster from your chapter, you cannot vote. We did not have that issue. At least when I was still there, when I left to go use the bathroom and also took a break, I don't know what else happened. But when I came back, the trend still continued.
They told the president,
Okay, let me just come in real quick.
The vice president where to go for the list so they can verify it. Go ahead, Bunchy.
Okay, so Princess, I want to answer you a little bit, and I like the way you are so interested, because some of you, I think you just from me. I think Princess is very interested in this thing, and people like her, we need to explain to them.
We stay Princess from there.
Princess from Des Moines.
But Princess, I think about convention receipt. Yeah, we all pay our stuff.
Yes. So Princess is interested because
Princess said, but I did not see Prince that was show his state ID.
Yeah, because she's just trying to crack jokes. She just trying to crack jokes.
I went there, I gave my ID, and then they were looking on the paper to see Prince Double. My name is Mie. My Prince is my middle name.
Correct.
My name is Mie Prince Double. And I told them, say, no, you're not going to see Prince Double. You're going to look for that paper. You're not going to look. So look under the M, Mie. And they went there and flipped it and showed my name because my ID.
All right, y'all let me just talk a little bit. You know, I don't like to talk too much. Let me just say this to Princess. So Princess is one of the young people who are very interested to be part of this, great, organization. As we are looking for youth to come on board. Princess is part of the youth category. People like me are not youth. So Princess, I like the way she's equal to learn.
She's the youth secretary.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't start with that lecture today. I'm begging you. Don't start with that lecture.
You made Daniel Freeman a youth chairman.
No, where ni Anthony gave
Professor
Richard Banto.
Richard Banto youth secretary. Anthony, I beg you, let me talk before you come with liars. Stop it. I beg you, let me talk. So Princess, actually the $50 was required, and our registration. Every person that voted out there, your name must be on your state, from your state, from your president, submitted to the national before you can go out there and vote. I'm just so glad that you asked the question, because you're looking for understanding, and I'm so grateful that people like you are on board and you are hungry, you are equal to learn. So yes, everybody who registered, who voted out, even me, Black lady looked me in the face. I said, but I get my ID. He said, go right back outside. And I couldn't argue. I have to go back outside and find my driver license. If I couldn't find my driver license, I would have present my passport, because I work with both my passport and my driver license. So everybody, because when they were looking for my name to vote, they have to go through my state. You understand? They have to go through my state, which state I registered in. Then before I voted. So I'm just trying to make this good.
We stay registering.
I can't tell you.
Jojo, we stay registering.
I can tell you. Utah, of course. I live in Salt Lake City.
Your friend, we stay registering.
DC Metro chapter. Your next convention host.
Oh wow, DC Metro. That place big.
When you come, you'll figure out.
I thought a little small little area over there.
Don't forget.
But man, I play all day. Got
we are in the nation capital.
When you pass, you pass to. You play. People help you to pass.
Everything here is big. Our roads are big. Everything big.
And the same way you will be making you to pay toll over there.
No, that one part. Make sure you come with Mr.
Freeman.
For that.
Mr. Freeman.
Yeah.
So you're sure you're taking the thing?
Oh, is that anything that you're not certain about?
It's okay.
The people voted for it and say why?
No, because I'm hearing Romans and my change.
No, it's not changing. We're
Sorry,
taking it.
Crispy. Oh, you can't say try again. Go forget Crispy. Go ahead, Crispy. Go ahead. Sorry, my man. How you on your line?
He just got me. You stuck me in a bag. You don't want to acknowledge me.
I'm sorry, my man.
Yeah, thank you. I want to speak on the Otavia issue. And for me, I believe he should have allowed the process to go through. He should have went through the process, and then if he has problem, and just file in protest, and it would have given you a good standing for the next election. People are running for office. They say they got this organization at heart, but they cannot tolerate things that a leader should tolerate, things that a leader should be wise on. And, they will always fall flat. I just read a letter that he resigned immediately from Grand Leader leadership, the Mexican chapter. It just sent a signal that he wasn't even ready for this organization. Number one, you establish Mexican chapter, you became president. Just to become president for Grand Leader Association. Now that you lose the election, you have qualms. You can't tolerate all of that. You're resigning from the leadership in Michigan, the chapter which you established, and then you're withdrawing from Grand Leader Association at the most from all Grand Leader activities. So now tell me, will you come back next time to say you're coming to run for election, or you want to lead this organization at any point in time in the future?
Mr. Crispy, in my opinion here, the people have seen that Grand Jury Association has made changes, and they can no longer deal with that fairness that they have seen from this election. And they know that even if they come back in the future, they're not going to make it. For that reason, he decided to just forget about everything. Because this is the most fair election that I have ever noticed since I've been affiliating with Grand Jury Association. You understand? I went to Arizona, and just for the few people that were in Arizona, election result couldn't come out up to 2 a.m. before I left the ground. And still up to that time, the result was not even out until the next day. So you could tell that the whole process was corrupt. There's no way you're going to convince me that it was fair and that both chair or election commissioner couldn't give a result. But this one around, it was so much transparent that they saw everything that is put in place from this point on. It will continue to happen, and they know that all the Benny's tricks will not work anymore. So, in my opinion, this is why he decided to just give her the white flag, because he can never attempt to win. He is, in his mind.
The brother resigned. The brother resigned. The brother Jojo, you know that the brother resigned.
Yeah, I want to talk on that.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Mostly, I agree with you, Mr. Freeman. But my point here is, you want to be a leader, and you not even want to be a leader. You claim, or you say you're a leader. You have established many things in your capacity. Now, just the little thing you can't handle, and then you go into where you have established. We haven't seen any mark in Mexican chapter. Done this, done that. You, after election, with immediate effect, you withdraw. Who's going to spearhead the chapter? You're not even putting leadership that would take, a temporary leadership or
the vice president will take over the chapter.
That's going to run the organization in Michigan. You understand what I'm saying? And then you take immediate effect, you withdrew. Now, tell me, who's going to run Grand Association in Michigan?
They get vice president.
My man will have vice president.
I want to talk on that.
Yeah, I know. These are the things.
You want to go there? You want to go there and hold it until you can.
No. I'm talking about being tolerant. I'm talking about being able to accept defeat, be able to accept things that come in your way as a leader. You gotta be bigger than what people throw at you. You gotta be way bigger than that if you want to be a leader. You understand me? These are the things I'm talking about. It's not only a Grand Association you want to lead. There are many organizations where you are part of. Maybe you want to become president of those organizations in the near future. How are they going to look at you? Because the same population is the same population everywhere. So you got to look at these things if you're making decisions. You don't let people run your hair, whereas you claim to be a leader and people are running you. No, you got to stand up. You got to make decisions that is in your interest.
Mm-hmm.
I
Let's
think
not
what he
bring
should
it
have,
up.
I think what he should have done is that after the election, because there's a lot of misstep, the people that are in Michigan, they were complaining of what
Yeah, 1
happened.
minute. Let it end.
Yeah,
Right.
the people are complaining of what happened. So since now, since the election process is done and he went home, if I were him this coming weekend, I would have went back in our chat room, tell the people, say, okay, now we back because there was a misstep. People were complaining that name is not on the list. They have 15 people name left out that was not on the list. So say he went back now and he was the president for 2 years. And say he went back now, if I were him, I was going to call meeting, select, call everybody and say, now I'm back. So you either have election or I resign. I want the vice president to take it. Say something, but it's not like after election you withdraw from the election. You not participate because you withdraw voluntarily. You withdraw for the election. So you went by now, then you withdraw for everything. So those people that you want to lead, why are you making trusted decision because you mad? Because thing did not work the way you wanted to work, so you withdrawing. So if I think the Mexican chapter people, they listening, they did, like the vice president said the last time, she said everything that was done in Michigan, she was out of it. She didn't know how things were happening. Now the president he resigned, she can take over.
Mhm.
So that's what I want to say. She can take
So
over and just
you're into the woman's war, and so
no, it's not that.
Absolutely. Look,
It's not
Jojo, you
that.
said it right. It is sad for the young man, Gilman. Look, you have a brighter future ahead of you.
Anthony, let's listen to Sally. Let's listen to Sister
Oh, so
Sally.
you have someone in the call?
Yeah, Sally, go
I
ahead.
didn't know that. Sorry.
Sally, Jolly, go ahead. Yeah, I
Not talking
don't.
about Michigan chapter 2. Michigan have a chapter first in the first place.
They do have a chapter. The president
Yeah,
here resigned.
we
The
do have
president
a
here
chapter
resigned
there.
today.
You are not president in 419.
Can
You
you
are not
can
president in 419.
Sally with the election finish now? The election finish. Let's speak to the issue, please.
We're speaking to the issue that is
My president,
the little
comment.
key on the show. I can't hold on. The little key on the show. She said that it was not a serious thing. There was temporary for them to walk into election and do everything right. So she said that it was not done right. Anything that was not done right, it was not done at all. So I don't know what would
the president has said that 300 they are chapter.
Yeah, they were chapter. They are chapter.
They are chapter.
You told they put money. They put send a constitution to the board. The board approve it.
Absolutely, they are chapter.
Now, Jane approve it without the board. The president cannot give post chapter. Yeah. Tell your experience a little bit about the election. What your experience
you
is?
know, the election, what went on down there, it was very, very childish to me that a group of people will pay their money and they come and sit down and one person control them. But let me tell you, all what they were doing, they were trying to fight for work ballot, but they not. 37 person for the camp went and voted, so they were part of the election. Even one person want to vote.
And one guy went, you know, let me tell you, yeah, this is funny, but the guy did not get the information that they might go to the CP or wherever headquarters. So the guy went there, he voted. When he finished voting, now he went to the CP and they met all they put and make him back to the place and say he went ballot. He will say, so how would I know your ballot
is yours?
How would I cannot do that? I never heard about it before. The guy was telling me, I was telling him, I said, Eric, go in the bank, go get a man back.
Let me tell you, what you have, you didn't flog it. Even one person are going to come with a cancer and cancer vote, they took part. So now that team was registered, they saw that they went to debate, they complained, they went through the whole process, the election, they say they put it out. They put out, but they say, oh, because they voted for them, so we beat them. And we'll continue to discuss the issue of the 3 weeks came past.
Okay.
What Jesus was saying about me? Something about what he wrote, but it's blanked out.
I can't see that.
Mr. Dober.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to leave this with our audience and the Grand Jaded Association at large. You know, there are people that want to see the organization go down. Many people come in not because they want to contribute, but to destroy the organization, like we have seen over the years. And the process that Madam Po are trying to put in place, I think for those of you who understand it, you need to be bold and support it. Like I said, the election just held in in Kentucky was one of the most transparent one ever. And the model that was introduced, if Grand Jury Association continue to follow that route, all that electoral fraud, corruption, everything will cut down. Listen, we can't be here in America corrupting our community organizations, in our local chapters, but yet we want to put our mouth in liberal politics and complaining about what people doing there. This thing starts from right here.
Yep.
So we need to stand up against these things when we see them. We need to speak against them. Because people leave from here with the little experience they are building here, they go there to apply it, claiming that I have done this, I have done that. So if it is not being done right, we need to call them out. And another thing that is in the Grand Jury Association, I can see that the election process has been streamlined and will continue to follow that model. Hereafter, we make sure that your entry fee receipt is what you use to vote. That is clear. Now, the next thing is the corruption, the financial corruption that in the organization, not just GGAA, but all other community organizations. We need to start holding people accountable. Somebody have to take their handcuffs and sit down behind the bar,
People need to go behind the
Johnson,
bar, bro.
for stealing people money. And we have to put aside this man is my friend, my brother, my cousin, my uncle. We're from the same village, the same tribe, the same clan. Until we can do that, people will continue to eat the money and go free. As we speak now, there's a situation in Mississippi, Harry, that many of you already know about. You understand? That's not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not even the third time. It has become a normal thing in the Grand Jury community. Anybody
Even the
work
PA
for
chapter.
get 10,000, 5,000, 3,000 in chapters and even money. You have to step up to stop it. We can forgive those that have done it in the past, but somewhere we have to start taking responsibility, accountability for what happened, like we done in Kentucky. The process that was set up in Kentucky hereafter must be implemented always. And somebody must go down for stealing people money. All of these women are working so hard to make the sacrifice to go down to conventions. You know how much the $50 is just nothing. But how much we pay just to get there to pay the $50? Okay? People paying over $1,000 for the convention just to make impact on their county organization. But yes, still somebody will just sit back, write a check, take the money, eat it, and nothing can come out of it. If you go to now my uncle, now my cousin, now my nephew, we from the same place, you're not supposed to say this. I'm telling you, grandchildren, you need to wake up. Put that aside and put somebody behind the bar. Close your eyes so that you can have straight process moving forward. If you are brave enough to take money that is not for you, you should be brave enough to face the consequence. That's it.
Like
Thank
you
you, Mr.
said,
Buffer.
Thank
like you
you.
said,
Thank you too.
Jacob, like you said, Mr. Freeman, it is true because it's very sad for people to just come, go somewhere, spend all the money, and then somebody say, "Oh no, last minute time we put out like 30 minutes to the time." All the people voted, and you say, "Oh, nobody should go there and cast your vote. You come to the CP, everybody come to the CP." No, it doesn't work like that. You're talking about expense. You're talking about people spend $1,000. $1,000 too less. Just my hotel alone, I will eat. It was $1,000 because I didn't know that I was supposed to pay for valet parking.
Yep. And you're parking your
to
car there.
Ome Hotel, downtown Prince. Just one night is about 200 and some change. And then the 3 days we spend there. Can you imagine? $1,000. So people spend a lot of money. And all these things that we're doing it for Grand Jury Association, we're doing it for our Grand Jury Association, for our people. Collective effort, that's what we need. So if you come in a race, you make people talk, and then they get there. Then last minute time you say no, I'm putting out, and then people asking you say, oh no, I don't want for people children to go to jail. I didn't see people fighting there. When I was there, I didn't see people fighting there. Okay, so everything, all in all, like I said, when I came online earlier, I said I made decision at that time because I was angry and I made decision out of my emotion. And I know for a fact I'm not that person. But later when I saw the way the campaign was going, I knew it was not what I wanted. So, and I went there,
But you don't think that people already said you already made on your mind,
made up my mind on what?
and then you already with the flip, you flipped.
But
I
but
didn't
but
flip.
friend, Jojo flipped
If,
somehow.
if I
Remember
if I
that night
flip,
they gave
listen,
authority to a friend
no,
to
give
go
me chance,
for the other side.
Anthony. If I flip for the good. I flip for the greater good, like somebody would say. Okay, I flip for the greater good. It's not about individual. So should I stay back and look at grandchildren association to break away again? No, that's not what I want. I'm a sitting vice president for County Guadalajara. If I allow grandchildren association to break away, we have our convention in September. Who am I supposed to invite to come there? Not the same crown people? Who going to come there to support me?
That's a smart thought.
So I can stay away. I cannot stay away.
After you voted, you went on your CP.
Oh, I told you I
Yes,
went
you went
there.
there.
No, I mean after you
I came
voted,
from
did
there
you
before
go
I
back?
vote. I came from there. When I went there, I asked, before going there, I sent a voice recording in our chat room. What is it? Why are we putting out now?
So in your chat room, they put it that you're putting out in the chat room.
Yes, nobody should come to the voting ground. Everybody should go to the CP and blah blah blah. So I came to the voting ground and I saw there was no commotion, there's nobody fighting. The only time I saw the policeman was the time I think he was way behind the church on that side there when he
Yeah,
parked
all
the
the way in
car.
that back.
So
The way you
I
can back.
think I was going back in the car. After everything, I was going back in the car for my extra body charger. That's the time I saw him. He was talking to people. He was talking to people. Somebody said they were laughing and stuff. That's the only time I saw the policeman. The policeman was not near the door. So when I went to the CP, I went there. I got a ride there. I went there with Mr. Tori and McCavick. So when we went there, like I said, I met one of my good friend, my sis, Rita, and she was saying, I don't want two-faced people to come here. Anybody wanna be on the camp, they shouldn't come here and this, that, blah, blah, blah.
What a man, I wanna be on the camp.
She don't want people who are not for Gamer to come on the camp and this, that she was talking. So I didn't say something. I didn't say like I talked because I said something. I talked to Gilma. I talked to Mr. Gilma and the Madame Sulu, the vice president, incoming vice president back then, aspiring vice president. Let me say. So I talked to her. So I said, "Why are we putting out?" And then to me, let me tell you the truth tonight. And Josephine told me that Josephine, if it left with my one, she was crying. I was crying. She would tell you anybody that can ask her. She said, if it left with my one, I said, "You're not going to go vote." And they said
That was
no.
Josephine wanted. Yep.
That's what she told me. She said, I told them, "Yo, let's go and vote." And they said no. She asked me a question. Do you know what I'm going through right now as I speak to you? And she showed me some pictures.
They
That
spent
made
a
me
lot
to
of
cry.
money.
She showed me picture.
So Josephine told them when you were there that you come back and vote, and they said no.
She told me. She told me, Josephine. She said she came. She said, I came this far. I can't say what she told me because it's personal.
Yeah.
She showed me
You're a
picture
good
that
friend,
made me,
man.
she and myself cry together. That she was going through trauma, something personal, something really, something was happening to her that really personal, close to her, that she turned her back on to come on our convention.
Yeah. Me
Yep.
and her spoke too. We
She
spoke
showed
on.
me that. She said, "Can you imagine?" And she was being there. But I'm not there because if I don't show her, it will be like, "Oh, Jodafi encourage people. People spend their money. They came here," and she said, and she didn't come because of so and so. So she told me I was forced to come, and I came here for us to go cast our vote. And later they said we shouldn't cast our vote. Then she asked me. She said, "Do you know how long I've been crying?" So I mean, you can't do that. If I were Josephine, I can't do that. I will not allow anybody to surprise me. Okay? I will not allow people to surprise me to say, "Do this and I follow you." I'm the inspiring vice president. So by right too, you campaign manager, you how they call it? advisor, and all these people. You should be able to listen to her too. All these people. We want to count the people that are there more than 200 people was there.
We
Guys were
saw
packed
we
there.
saw
And
those
they said some,
videos. We
and they
saw the
said some
videos.
people were in hotels. I didn't
Yep.
see people, but I heard some people that were talking this morning. Like Mr. Fred Bouillon said he was in a hotel
Yeah, Fred
on
Green was there.
Uriah show.
So Fred Grant was there. Why he didn't show up to the
But
site?
let me
That's
say
what I
this.
just want to say.
Fred probably going look. He went there to go look for members for his
So
GGA
I
deal.
just want to make the point that for me, from the beginning, I
That
said
was
I was
Fred
with them.
playing.
I encourage
Oh yeah.
people, and then when I came there after they withdrawn for that process, I look into it. It doesn't make sense to me. There is no reason for people to withdraw at last minute time. So I didn't stand for that. And after all, Joseph and myself talk, and Otavia and myself talk right in front of them. So I said from today on, I tap out. I'm out of your account.
Listen, Jojo, you did the right thing. You know, you did the right thing. Achi, Moa, and other people did the right thing. Even the 37 people that vote, including yourself, that voted, including yourself, you did the right thing. Let me say this, right? Look at the irony of the gamer camp. Many of the senior level people that were on the team are former leaders of various organizations within the Grand Jury Association, whether district based, chapter based, or national level. Those people have already served their time. They're no longer going to be seeking, leadership within our setting. Maybe Dennis in the future, I don't know, but Daniel Pine, Mr. Daniel Pine, let me give my former instructor, right? Served as a board chairman. Mr. Uriah Soon, my senior comrade, my senior in high school. He served as a board member. And the list go on. Even while Margaret Gilman served GGAA on the Telma administration. So all of these people have served this union one way or the other. For them to mislead a young man, Gilman was over the same age.
You think Gilman was misled?
Absolutely. And he himself, look, the act of putting out was very selfish. It was complete wickedness. You heard Jojo, how much he paid. Were women traveling?
Because a night before on a Thursday, there was some issues. Jeffrey and myself, we are family, so I know what happened. I'm in the family. There's certain thing going on with one of our family members, and she was supposed to go there, or little sister, or whatever, and she had to go down there.
But she didn't
So there
go.
was a lot of stuff going on in the family, and we had to keep it off from our older people. But depriving the woman from casting about it, I mean, that was the worst thing that it could do.
Look, Prince, it is one thing that you may be disappointed with the process or frustrated or whatsoever. But if you have group of people drove, people pay plane ticket, people rented cars, people, like me, I work 12-hour shift. 4 days of my working week, that's 48 hours. You understand? I work 12-hour shift. Other people left work to go over there. We all here, we work. Nobody have a farm here. They can say, oh, I'll go to my power farm tomorrow to get this one. Everything we do, you'll pay for it. Even babysitter, you got to pay for it. Some people have to take their children places just to be over there. Then because of your own selfishness, you didn't care about all of those people. I mean, how can you be that wicked?
But let me play the tip from Archie Mao. Then I'll ask my sister and my co-host to talk on it, and then we'll get 1 minute to talk on it, please. But 1 minute, Francis Clark Meyer is on the line. Sorry, we forget. I can't forget to.
No, don't forget.
I do well. Go ahead, Madam Clark.
Okay, thank you, Prince. Thank you. I didn't want to call. Thank you, Jojo. I really don't know you, but I've seen you anyway. Thank you for coming on the show. I didn't want to call, but I just decided to call to give my little input. Okay. There are few things that we are missing here. I know I kept hearing you guys talking about there are over 200 persons that were at Gamers camp, and if they have voted, it would have been good standing. But one thing that we did not talk about is most of the 200 people, they did not pay the $50. They didn't register. So the main reason that Gamer had to pull out is because most of the people that he brought, he was able to register the $10 to register on a national, but he couldn't afford to pay $50 for them. So most of them, I know some of them have already paid the $50 like Jojo that they pay because they know that they pay $50 every year for convention. But most of the other people that he recruited, that they recruited, they only told them to pay their to pay the registration fees to the national, especially most of them from non-chapters. So if you're from non-chapter, you pay the $25 or you pay your $10. So that's how he got most of those people over there. So if you are going in the race, he knew it would have been a landslide because most of the people that were on in camp, they did not pay the $50. That's number one. Number two, that I want to speak to, you want to take over an organization, amen. You wanted to become a president. But everything that the organization tried to do to raise money, you are going against it. Number one, they say since we are celebrating 50 years anniversary, let us buy $20 t-shirt.
Yep.
To celebrate the 50-year anniversary for our organization. You told your members not to buy the t-shirt. So all your members came in our hall that night. They refused to wear the t-shirt.
Yep.
They didn't want to pay the $20 because you told them not to do so. Pay $50 for certain fees so you can be able to vote. You told your members not to pay the $50. The reason that Graduate Association always have their convention next this weekend is to celebrate President Doe's birthday. They printed a t-shirt for Sunday for Cookout to celebrate Doe's birthday. Y'all refuse to pay it. Okay, so my question to Gamer and his team, if you have won the elections, whose money you wanted to take over? So you wanted other people to contribute to the organization. You wanted other people to pay money to the organization that you did not invest in, that you told your members not to pay any dime. Because to you, paying money means that you are giving money to the poor. Forgetting to know that their convention was funded. It was funded for over $25,000 to host that convention in Kentucky. If you did not pay no money at all, and you only wanted to pay $10 for election, and people come here and they sit in hotel because they only pay $10 for election, how you think the organization going to raise money to be able to carry on projects? And I know most of the time you guys were talking about, either point of people, they're not doing nothing, they're not doing nothing. If they did not raise money at a convention, where would they get money from to be able to host, to be able to carry on any project? So that is my take on the whole Gamer School thing. You want to be a leader of an organization, you have to contribute to that organization. You cannot wait for other people to give their hard-earned money and then you become a president and you take it over. That's not fair. Let's call shit or share.
Okay.
Let's call it.
All right.
That's what I wanted to say. So the reason they have to pull out because most of the people that he brought, he couldn't afford to pay $50 each for them. That's the reason. Thank you, Prince.
Thank you. Yeah, and Lee and McCarvin, Levi, Madison, I'm enjoying Princess Nayu Kakwa.
No, butcher about last news.
She will call and record. If she
Don't
vex
call no last New Year today before you say something different.
Me that
she
why I let
calls
that
you.
last year low.
She calls you. She
But I
when
think
she
I
vex,
can't
she will
get.
call.
I think I can't
When she
get
call, when
can't get something
Princess
like that.
vex, when Princess vex, the way I brutally call her name, her last name, I call her
I
middle
think that
name.
name
Now
is
you
Kanke
anyway. She will call and then correct me. So
or
Princess
Kanki
call
or
on the
something like that. Whatever
952
they
and
give him there.
correct me. Let me play
Kanki or
the tape
Kanki.
here. Let me play the tape. This is the guy. I think you guys know Achimao.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think my keep on jiggle all the way. Whatever you get.
Mr. So, Mr. So, Achi Mao is congratulating the president.
We want to congratulate the organization and the country at large. We must applaud our people for coming out here in order to exercise their political franchise and their constitutional right. The organization remain paramount. The organization is above.
The organization is above every one of us. Thank you.
So that was a little short video where he went on the scene to congratulate the president and told the president thanks for the election. And he said the whole this organization is above all of us, and we gotta move on. And then he didn't stop there. I got another video where he went to the CP. Anthony, you were there. He spoke.
Yeah. He was. I was at the CP. Yes, he was there. But I personally know him. We came a very long way. I know him
He
from
went to
Ivory
the
Coast.
CP. So yeah, let's wrap it up. One minute to wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow again we'll get a time we can do another 2 hours.
Yeah, that's my dream come brother. I know him.
You're Gion Combre?
Yeah, I may see him.
You look at people you got it, man, Gion Combre.
I mean, I'm a big brother. I know Achi. I'm a big brother to Achi. Come on.
You be better to Gilmore too?
Gilmore says Gilmore 40, then big brother become 45.
Demo is now no 40. You must not be putting people with American age.
Yeah, won't be older than Gilmore. You.
Demo is not 40.
So let Mr. Freeman, let's conclude.
Is he on mute?
Mr. Freeman, are you on mute?
I can conclude.
Go ahead.
Okay. Again, what I want to say congratulations to Madam Poa and the whole team in our team. I want to say congratulations to the new election process. And the second thing I want to say thank you to the Gilmore Slough team, especially to Madam Slough, Miss Slough, for her courage. She really have a courage in what she did. She has proven herself. She did well. It's just that the people did not give her
One
the.
minute, Jojo, you gotta put the camera on your head, cut.
Oh, okay.
In my eyes, I got the number showing on the ground on the thing that 952200842.
But
You don't see
Mr.
the
Saka,
number.
when you reach what is that? You get me showing on all the
Maybe
live show.
man has something to do, man. 952200842. Go ahead, Jojo.
The wise man.
Yeah, like I said, so she did good. She ready, prove herself. People underestimate her, but she did. She tried her best. She did good. And then what I want to say is that, like Achimao, I put a post out this morning that Grand Judea is all we have, and Grand Judea is above every one of us. We cannot put an individual before Grand Judea. This is not about personal interest. It's about the people. So we all need to come together, collective effort to work together. You might not like the person, but you can work with them. So I hope people like Jenkins, Ggaa, my niece, the
Yeah,
secretary, Jiggin
no,
Grea,
yeah, Jingin Gria, secretary.
Mr. Mo, I think Mao, even the Mr. Gilmer himself. Because all the thing we're talking is about grand jury, right? And now, if two people have the election, one person must win. So now, since the you know what, for team win, I hope we all can come on board to help work together for our county to bring our county up and work together, collective effort. We all need this. I know right now, maybe the way they pull out or everything is fresh right now, so they might not come on board, but we can get in time, we can get in chance, or we can get in time to take a deep breath and
So
later just come up.
they made him the mediator or the moral, how you call it, to negotiate or whatever, bring the two groups. You can do that.
Well, yes, I don't
Or they
see
or
any
they
big
made it
deal. There's
or they
no
made it
fight.
or they made a youth chairperson.
Well, yeah, if that time reaches, then we'll cross the bridge. But right now, yes. So there's no fight. I didn't think people fight. There was no fight there. It's just that the way thing went, a lot of people didn't agree to it, and then they withdrawn. So later we can get a chance. So I just want to say thank you to all the listening audience that we all in this together, and it's Grand Judah more than everyone else. It's not about individual differences. Grand Judah is my loyalty lies in Grand Judah Association. So I don't,
Now with any individual.
and not with any individual. So this is what I just want to say. And to point, like earlier I was saying that we want to come, and then Orita was saying she don't want other people to come here. This that I sent my number to her, and she clarified that. She said no, she wasn't talking to me. She wasn't talking to somebody. She was just saying she didn't want other people because the people was saying.
I say Jojo will be the next you. Then Ira says Jojo is not a youth.
Jojo, not you. Oh.
Who you?
Jojo,
Are you ready?
I ain't
You know
like
what the
brother put
problem?
it we youth though.
Jojo, I hate
You
the
know
the
why? The
40.
reason why you say I'm not a youth. You asked because I'm not a youth, but I can be coordinator to the youth. I can be advisor to
You're
the
not be
youth.
nothing to the youth.
So yeah,
You want to
so
know when the next convention? I think they're going to your area, DC Metro.
Yeah,
so yeah, so
Yes,
that's all I
coming
want to
to
say.
us.
they're
That's
going
all
to
I
They're,
want to
Cuba then.
say. We
they're
all.
going to DC Metro.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. So thank you to the listening audience. I just want to say thank you that everyone all that went to Kentucky, to the Kentucky chapter. We want to say thank you for the host your day while we ate good and everybody came home safely. So we are grateful. Thank you, everybody. Grand Judah is above every one of us. It's not about an individual. So thank you guys.
I think this
Cool.
was the best convention yet.
I would like listen to my
Best.
Soccer. After that, then we go to Mr. Fremont, then Anthony Gay, then me and my co-host will close the night. Go ahead, Mr. Emmanuel.
Yeah, hey, thank you. Good evening to
Where you even
all your
calling from today? North Korea?
That nigga making enough Korea. But I forget about.
So, I mean, I can't overemphasize what I already said. I mean, all of you, you said it all. And if the question had come out to say, hey, where are the voters that were disenfranchised? Where are the voters of Gilman that were disenfranchised? None of them were disenfranchised from voting. Because if the case was built, and I'm going to be brief because you're, kind of closing your something, concluding. If the question was, Mr. Gilman, bring your voters who were stopped from voting. Where are they? None. So I think they just wanted to create sort of sabotage to, invalidate Mrs. Poor's win. Having said that, guys, when you look at the voting population of GGAA, bulk of the people that go over there, young people, perhaps between the ages of 18 to 50 or 55, and the organization rests on our shoulders. Ask yourself, who do you put your trust in? An individual or this organization? And believe me myself, I have never, throughout these politics of DGA, I never followed the wrong crowd. My own mind, your brain is the security. If you can't use it, nothing is your security. So it lies with all of us. Let's come together and uplift this organization. The leaders who are come and gone, this organization will rest on our shoulders. And so let's put here first.
Okay.
That's what I want to say, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Mr. Manuel Sako. Let's go now to Mr. Freeman.
Mr. Double, thank you for inviting me on your show, and to the listening audience, my fellow Granadians. I just want to say, change is something that is very uncomfortable, but we Liberians need to learn to embrace change. You understand? When change comes about, people will be hurt because sometimes we get so comfortable in doing the wrong thing, thinking that it's the norm and that we should continue doing such a thing. But we can continue to go down the old path. Kentucky set a record that we must follow hereafter. And Mr. Gilmore Camp had all the brains that you think about. You name it. Daniel Pine, Augustine Maye, Fred Gwen, all these people that are well seasoned in the Grand Jury Association, they gave their support to Gilmore. So for Gilmore to come out at the last minute to pull out of the race, that says a lot about every one of them that supported Gilmore, their ambition for this organization. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I'm not from Grand Jury, that I see it that way. But for those of you that are from there, think about it. All of these people that was once trusted with the responsibility to lead this organization, all of them, including James Uboti, former president, vice president, all of these people were supporting Gilmore. But yet, Gilmore decided to pull out at a dime minute. What does that say about their character for who they were supporting? What is their intention for the organization? Do they really intend to see the organization move forward? Or do they have a mind to just destroy it once and for all? Because I'm no longer there, nothing should be there. That's how I see it. And for those of you that still stand up for the truth, you need to be stronger than what you are doing now. You know what I mean? For me, I'm from River G County. I'm married to a Granadian, and I'm proud to be a member of the organization. And I will give my support.
Your former Granadian?
Needed. You know?
Yeah,
but when
yeah,
something
Mr. Freeman, are
They
you
made
former
a
Granadian?
Mr. Freeman, a former Granadian.
Yeah, you can call it that way. That's fine. But when something is wrong, we need to speak to it. Let us put the friendship, relationship, courtship, all these shit, we need to put them aside and be able to tell the hard truth to our friends. Just because you speak the truth to a friend does not make you an enemy. I prefer to tell somebody what they need to hear and not what they want to hear. You understand? So thank you for listening, and I hope you will continue to give your best to GGAA, and we look forward to see you in the DC Metro chapter. For those of you that live far away from the capital, you come after everything, you can go hang around Washington, DC, the Capitol building, the warehouse, Washington Monument, you can do that. So give yourself plenty of time to come and have fun, all right? Also keep extra budget, because everywhere you go, you pay toll. I will play that for you.
They got speed camera in DCU.
Speed camera, if you run the red light at $75.
Go ahead.
Forget about the red light. Why about the speed camera in the community?
Everything. Construction zone, you will pay. Nothing free.
Go ahead, Mr. Gay.
Thank you, Mr. Double, for this show, and thank you for everything you have done, and especially during the convention period. You spent countless time covering everything, making sure everything was broadcast and simulcast in Grand Jury County as well. To those of you who were told not to vote and who were told don't come to the voting center on Sunday from the Gilman camp, let me talk to you tonight. Think about all of your resources, including your own time, that you spent over there. And at the last minute, you were told by your leader, don't vote. Does it worth your energy, your effort, your time, your resources? Some of you spend like $1,500, $2,000, depending on your family size, depending on the kind of car you rented, depending on the place you are staying. Does it worth your time? Think about that picture for a moment. You even encourage other people who had no business being at that convention. Because of your influence to them, you brought them over. Think about that picture. You go out, go to work, and make extra money at your job. You sacrifice it for Grand Jury Association. And then you participate in almost every activity except for casting your ballot. And then somebody look at you and say, "Yo, come, don't go to the voting center. Come to the CP." Think about that picture, because no police were there harassing anyone. That police officer only brought in on Saturday, because on Friday, me and Prince were calling people, "You can move your car from here." They double park. We had abundance of parking spaces over there. They double park. I had the police were brought in, and guess where the police got parked a car? All the way to the back, not to even intimidate anyone. And yet, Uriah Soon was saying, "Oh, we don't want our people to go to jail." Uriah Soon, stop spewing false information out there. The police were there to make sure that people don't double park. That was the primary reason the police were brought in. On Friday night, I had to let people know that over 10 vehicles were double parked in front of the building. And we kept telling the people, "Remove your vehicle." They said no. So the police were brought in primarily for vehicle to not be double parked. And you saw on Saturday and Sunday, there was no vehicle double parked there because the police presence were there. Had people respected that courtesy, they could have parked their car and walk in there without police being on the scene. The police were not even in the hall. They were not even standing at the entrance. Even when the argument started in the morning, where Uriah Soon trying to stop the election commission from doing their job and saying, "Oh, you're raising concern," somebody went to the police officer and said, "Sir, can you come over here?" They're arguing. The man said, "But there is no fight. They are adult. They are discussing. Yeah, these things happen. If I see a fight, I'll come and separate the fight. But until then, they can do what they're doing." And the police officer walk away. Folks, everything is on camera. Thanks to Mr. Dober. He captured everything about the voting process on camera. So nobody can say that they went there with a proper ID card and they were denied, and they said, "Oh, they had that receipt." Or even those that did not have that receipt, they were given the opportunity to look on the payment list. We had the voter roster, the payment listing, and the ID card verification. So when you pay your money and did not have the receipt, we look on the payment listing to verify that if you did pay, and you can vote. And many other people went through that process and they were able to vote. So I want to encourage all of you who took your time to go over there. This is not the end of the world. Yes, it's disappointing for now, but next time when somebody tell you don't vote after they are participating in all other activities, on Friday, on Saturday, and then Sunday morning, they say don't vote, don't follow them again. Teach them some good lesson, because you spend your hard-earned money and you deserve that opportunity to choose your leader. Thank you, Prince.
Awareness for the union. That was very nice of you. And on behalf of the Indiana chapter, as the VP, speaking on behalf of our chapter, I want to once again congratulate Madam Idepoa for her re-election, and we are willing to work with her. So I just want to say thank you to my former state of Kentucky. They pulled through with all of us help, even though I live across the river, but I was still able to go to help on Friday night. So I want to say thank you to the president, Mona. You did extremely well. You and your team, my cousin AJ's wife, Caroline, you did well. For your first time, I know we was calling you back and forth that day, but you came through. And for the South Dakota chapter, what his name, Archie,
That was my first time meeting him. We spent the night at the Airbnb because they all came together with my sister and his wife happened to be my cousin. So we spent the whole weekend together. He's a very cool guy. Like in the morning, I waking up that day, I said, Achi, hurry up, go catch your ballot. We all make fun of him. But what he did on Sunday, was very nice of him. That speaks a volume of him, and my respect to him. GGA is above every one of us. So I want to acknowledge that.
Okay, let's go now to our sister here. But before I go to our sister here, let me bring on the tip. Achimao did not stop there that day. He went on the ground, on the ground of well, let me bring this what he went on the ground.
Yeah, he came to the CP.
Stroke coming finish and I tell people concord. What he went to the CP. He go ahead and sister.
Yeah, you said?
Go ahead.
You talking to me?
You the one, conflict. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dova, for having me. A beautiful show. At least I was in and out. I got home this morning. Not this morning, but yesterday morning. Isaac brought us safely. It was nice. But I want you to look at the beauty and the historical moment of this program. You leave one person made no business. You're making it to overshadow. What happened to the prophet that spoke? You take criteria so they can know what they miss. The one and a follow beyond that ball. Let us see and hear people that made sacrifice for our union to be here today. What happened to those things?
But you didn't see the flyer before you call in. The flyer says we're analyzing the whole election process. That's what the flyer said. So
when you bring it out, what happened, then the one interest me, I get time for something.
When we bring that one, then you will be able to speak on it. But that's why we have
I want to be on it because I paid keen attention, so I was getting how the tag now that you're meeting it. I was thinking that then I travel from all the way cranky there, from this place, that place. Then we were drawn over. It was just one funny group.
No, we gotta make these things. No, nobody funny here. Don't call the other people funny.
No,
please.
They didn't know that they missed something.
We have to make. We're analyzing it. Jojo came. Listen, at Jojo King, she gave her experience on what happened. Mr. Freeman King is experienced. Anthony King is experienced. Mine, King. So that's how we do it. Yeah, that's it. And nobody funny. My sister, everybody.
To have that show. Prince, when you're ready to have that show,
I will call you. Yeah, I'll call you. Thank you.
I'm not interested in that kind of Latinos.
All right, thank you. But let us listen to Achimao. From there, then we're gonna have and our sister to conclude. This is on the cam, on the team port cam.
In my own capacity, I want to thank you for the not as Tima Bueno, but as Achimao in my own capacity. I want to thank you for the warm welcome. And we as Nigerians, like I say, I always say, election will come and go. But we, the union, will remain friends and together. Yes. So, at this junction, Mr. VP elect, re-elected, congratulations. And like I said, let me reiterate, I'm speaking in my own capacity, not for anybody. Once again, I want to congratulate people. Congratulations. Let us keep our union together. There you go. Yes. Let us keep the unity as one people together. Yes. We must not separate or deviate from the goal. I overheard last night. I overheard out there from one of the funding fathers that had the opportunity to speak to us. And the reason that the organization and the union stand together today is because of them. because the people they get an opportunity to have an organization to stand together. They were deprived the opportunity to speak their mind. And now we have the opportunity. So why should we fall about ourselves? We should stay together, in harmony, in unity. And as a proud son of graduate country, I hear from Poland. Poland from
Nestor Yabata.
Yes. The Nestor Yabata.
Oh, Poland. Where's that? I supposed to be getting
In the bush.
No, Poland not in the bush.
I come here is a coincidence. I come here. I came here as a graduate. I came here as a graduate to support the cause. Because it's unity.
There you go.
So, thank you for getting
I can see you contesting for president.
So, Mercy Gallo, Madam Mercy Gallo,
Yeah.
you heard the man. Let's conclude.
Well,
But what if Mercy for president from Faco California? Yeah, you people didn't hear the money. Don't have me. Mercy, you want to run for president?
yes, I declare that intention. Yes, I want to.
Okay.
Oh. the youth secretary.
No, I think the youth secretary story business. I'm begging you. That Richard Battle want me youth secretary. You say no. We want me you. Yeah, we say you president. You say no more. Me you secretary.
To be a youth secretary, Jesus.
Yeah. All right. They say you are sleeping, but come ahead and go ahead and conclude. Conclude with your conclusion.
My take, Archie did well, extremely well. He exercised his right as a true Grenadian, and he understands what called politics. Even though what we are doing is a family thing, but the fact that there's voting in it, it will still stand up, to look at politics. By the end of the day, we cannot divide Grenada because somebody didn't win. In a voting process, there was always be a winner. No matter what, we cry wolf and say the person cheated or not cheated. It's always there's going to be a one winner, not two-person going to win. So even if that person win, does not give us the right to stay away from the organization. So our chief has shown himself to us that he's a true leader. And he's a true son of Grangeda County. So I want to congratulate him and Dr. Judge, Flo Joy, and Blendy Soul once again, and the rest of them. They didn't stay away because it's that you got your parent house and they say because you miss, or because your parents say you're not getting this thing, so don't go home. That's how they treated themselves. The other people, that's how they treated themselves. They treated themselves like an outcast. That's how they treated themselves. So I want to say, my cousin Achi did the rightful thing, and he knows how our election process works. It's not about emotions. It's not about personal feelings. It's about voting and it coming to an end, and we all coming back together as one people. So that's all I have to say so far. But tomorrow I'm gonna be on my own show tomorrow to give a message to Eric Tate. I will thank him and I will drag him tomorrow, but I will not drag him too hard because of message because of his wife. Because his wife is my in-law. Her sister had children from my brother. So because of Mercy and Tay, I will take it easy on Eric tomorrow. But I will also congratulate him for a job well done, and me can catch it on the other side.
It will be on one of my list tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, the campaign, the core campaign man who next to Uriah Sean, Achimao, and the president, you know.
So why you go the truth and the truth?
I want to tell you that the people at Grand Gida is above whatever we
They are
think.
Grandians.
That Grand Gida is above our thinking. This guy came there that night, and even though they have Michael V. Moms or a program there that night right after the election with dance, and then they have Michael V. So they came, and so it's a family member to Michael V. He came the day that day, and he came outside and took a picture with the president. Yeah,
yeah.
And you can see Uriah deputy smiling, laughing. That we gotta move on. We gotta make progress, and we gotta move on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, Prince. So, what is guy name? Washington basement was hot. I got G's from Washington basement. It was too hot.
But what Heritage did to you that you coming for him? Did he pour spy on you?
No, not Washington. I'm sorry. Sam Washington. I'm sorry. Sam Washington.
Heritage. What did Heritage do to you?
Sam Washington basement was hot.
I said, what did he do to you?
He come on my show tomorrow, and I will tell you what he did.
What me saying Washington play was hot? Somebody.
The basement was too high. Was too interesting.
I heard one guy was dancing with the vice president.
and
you're the crown getting your guy angry and to the vice president. The guy, I heard the guy went there. The guy said, "Where your vice?" They say your vice president. Yeah, when yeah. Then the vice president, the guy start dancing with your vice president. Oh, you got to leave our vice president.
No, man, I said it to you. My mom was open. I was looking at that guy, Prince. Other us what though? Now what I get not yet. Then what? That guy. Then the VP. You know, I'll leave my VP alone. My VP were too hard, so you got to enjoy it. Then that guy will enjoy. That guy will enjoy it.
Yeah, yes. the girl, you know, the woman she was disappointed in the Grand Gida Association.
Other us who are not open.
The girl pay, listen now, the girl pay her money $25. She enter in the hall. She's a pay woman. So when she enter, the girl say, now you take 10 minutes, I say the program finish. So she went there on Sunday. While they announced the result and the people were dancing, so she said, I can't dance. And that girl dance. And then she followed the people to the CP, Eden's NCP, St. Winston House.
So the CP.
I play she concluded.
I said I watched the girl and then my mom open print.
The girl said she took her work on Saturday to come dance. Then your crampo, you're talking, all they want to play.
Then you're just talking. Prince, we need to talk about this. The next convention, what we're going for, probably when we're going for either inaugural. Let your crown people need to start too much of talking. They're still talking, they started doing in 1964. They started Saturday 2 times. 2 times Saturday. They still were complaining. Young children came on board. What kind of talking you can be talking so?
You talk too much.
Talk too damn much.
Well, your dancing on Sunday. Sunday the dancing was too many. I was tired with the dancing. I had to go sit outside.
Yes. People pay their money to go enjoy. Your house Saturday night to talk.
We did a lot of dancing on Sunday. And some of the women who paid their money, they didn't dance on Friday and Saturday. They can't. And then they even went to the CP and concluded to the conclusion point to the CP.
You see that? But Uriah, I mean, when he said Uriah pa, I ain't ready for Uriah, you said. But Uriah, maybe Uriah will be my third video, but tomorrow my second video I'm going to make. Like everything will be on the front page. Everything and Fred Guillaume.
But what did they do?
Oh, Prince, what did they do?
But look at the convention. As soon as the convention finished, Fred and all Kenya they refused to go for. They started over there, the dancing, all in the place. So now Monday, Fred put a flyer, GGAD convention. So they think they were organizing to break away, so they put a candle there, but they got it wrong.
That they are fake plan they have.
So they collect money and they go grind there, no accountability. Do I mean Bobby Toure then leave out McCarvin and left them? There was no financial report. They just collect the money, no report. And then when you talk, they say, oh, you're not in GGAT. We are here, we are community watchdogs. If you collect people money and you're not going to get account for the poor money, we'll talk about it. The GGAT don't make financial report. When they take a line at the the financial report and send it to me. And they will put a year there too. So I'll Google it somewhere and find it that it's true. They didn't get make it overnight.
Yes.
Oh, we made
No,
30,000.
best member amu.
All that money, nobody knows. One way go grant you all that kind of those things will tell boy.
He said, you say you need Queen Antonio.
Yeah, we'll tell you. GGAT, you don't get friend on a friend behind leadership with the GGAT. That's why he want have his own group so nobody can ask him any question about money. They don't get financial report.
Yeah, continue. Who continue.
After friend finish GGAT, all the pay money finish in the play, then he say leave it with that your go brother. Where he needs a short guy. What a short guy need? Leave our kind. Sunday, they were all here on Sunday dancing in our play. I did it. Monday, they dropped their flyer. Here, the convention. Prior to that play, they on to EG her, to the cheerleader her. Can you imagine our cheerleader, the convention cheerleader house? What they made a CP for Amwenu. Who does that? Who does that? But that will be another show. We'll talk about it.
Yes. Prince, you know what I can say? What I can say, yeah? The convention was epic. It was one of the good, people keep talking about Texas convention, which I never attended. I was not a part of Grand Association at that time. I only attended 2011 in Worcester, Massachusetts convention, where I was not fully on board. You understand? But they keep comparing what is the most just recent convention ended in Kentucky to Texas. The people that were there, they said they felt the joy. They said it's as if Temo Collins was still in power. How they felt that unity during the most recent convention election.
Well, you saw them online going to vote. I saw you online about the camera running. Catch you got the battery ran dead.
Come again?
I saw Collins online going to vote. You stood online to vote. You not hearing me?
Oh yeah, I hear you now.
Start at him and vote.
Not
night then.
So the people, I mean, it was just
so you're trying to say Kentucky chapter or no food?
No, it was not about the food. They said they happened at Kentucky chapter, they're great when it comes to the food. That's not what they're talking about. The food aspect, food waste in a there. People ate. Nobody was spoil their name. And like I said, my life. No, it's not about Celine. Shoot. The corn, you check the corn?
Everything that you've been in your ear, that way you're not hearing good for. Then they say no food in Texas chapter. Look, it was I will have a serious show on there, and my people in my state, they will have serious issue with me. But what I saw here for this convention, I will request that the organization, the overhead organization, audit our chapter. And I will say that on my show. I'll give reasons. I'll probably do it on a Thursday. When I'm firing up, I'll do that. What I saw was not good for a chapter. It was very unprofessional to the higher level. I saw, I'll talk about it on Friday. Maybe they'll call me and say, don't talk about it. I will talk about it. I'm not going to hide it because no. Then what does that, how is it going to make me to look? If I can criticize other people, I can criticize my own when I see a wrongdoing there. There was a lot of wrongdoing. The matter of fact that the chairlady of our chapter for the convention chairlady made a CP of another camp to a house. It was unprofessional. It was totally wrong. Your host as a chairlady, once you take that position, you should be neutral and be professional. All camps, all sides of this thing should have gone to your house to have to have something to eat because you are the chairleader. You're accepting a position. So your horse was not supposed to be made any CP that was completed or side or wherever that you can carry to be. But that's another day for another show. I gotta go.
Prince Mike, somebody call me. So anytime I'm on the phone, somebody call me, it can make the volume low.
Tell the police start calling you.
Oh, I can't wait in one year. Okay, yeah. So actually, when on the convention that we most, we attended in Kentucky, the people cook, they did well. I don't see problem with them. And the hall was one of the bigger halls. Arizona hall was very tight.
Yeah, Arizona, they
Arizona hall was very tight. So
there.
I
So
can
they don't
say,
want to open the hall before the people can catch them. We don't borrow you. Sit there, keep no did
So Kentucky hall, I can say Kentucky was more packed than Arizona. I could be wrong once again. I leave room to be wrong.
Yeah, because the
So,
hall, Kentucky hall was big. It's a big hall, and Arizona
and the
had a little
packed,
kitchen. Arizona
a
had a
tight hall.
little kitchen, a little tiny area,
Yes.
shopping mall area where people were sneezing all over the place and parking all over the place.
Yes.
But down there, you saw the carry people passing around, the carry numb them, were looking at
The parking lot was large.
The
building was big.
You know what they call Sokigbalu? The carry numb them wearing Sokigbalu now passing all around the place. I want the garden when I wanted to go inside. They kept But I will be another show. I'm making a flyer. I will make a flyer before tomorrow night finish about Kentucky chapter. I'll tell you about Kentucky chapter. I would do that.
Yes. Kentucky chapter did well. I want to really get them that,
They did well. We'll get in the day well. Why would criticize the evil part of the day? And that's my job to do.
We'll criticize the evil part.
That's
the
my
thing
job.
about it, Muna Vlay, it's my cousin. I don't think she knows me. I don't think she wants to know me. That's up to her. But yeah, I like the guy. Said where she came back to clear it because I want to tell you my show tomorrow. Yeah.
What time did she come in the hall?
She came a little late.
After 5 or 6.
Yes. Then Uriah finished.
4 or 5.
Yeah. After the Romans start going on the house, she came back.
After president should have come in her hall.
Yes. She left the hall. She was saying in front of me. Oh, I wanted to tell her, but if I want to say that I want to get to say my sister, I wanted to say, thank God, you hear the gossip because Uben gossip.
Yeah, right here from now. Only me alone saying the convention chair never show up at the convention hall on Sunday. For the convention chair to not show up, that was dangerous.
Because they own the other camp, Uriah controlling it. You ain't guess you can fight for your own integrity.
All
your
our
character.
All our food I will cook to the chair lady hall. They stay there, they ate it. They put in the hall, they strangle away from food. The food start coming. I will talk about it. Don't make me. I'm just a fair human being. I got to analyze and speak the truth. If you do anything right, I tell you do right. You messed up, I tell you messed up. We do it right. We did well for the two first night. Friday night you can't take. Saturday night you can't. We did a very excellent. But Sunday was cold.
They poor. People were hungry. 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. People were hungry.
You know, I people came from the hall. I live in 10 minutes from the hall. I came here to eat.
Yes.
People drove
because they were frustrated now.
Eat. People drove to my place to come to eat. Why would you have food over there? My house was open. So when you say, I look at the thing, I say, let's go down there, food there. I couldn't go take the food and put it in my head.
Yes.
They carried there. So the people
I was glad that she heard the gossip and she came back to clear it. What people do, you can't spoil it. No, you spoil your own imam.
But that's it. We're going to talk about it. The good day on Sunday, on Friday, Saturday, I kept that good. So we can get a check back. Either they ain't want no trouble, then I don't let them talk to them. But we talk, we don't want to talk because people speak through the room. And we are here to speak the truth to power. No matter the connection, the friendship, the this, that. But what happened, it was dangerous and bad for the whole city in Louisville on Sunday. The city mayor said, the city mayor or the governor said, Ami Bishir was angry.
He was there. Me and he were talking on the phone out there. He was so mad.
I mean, we're angry.
Yeah. They're very mad.
We're mad.
Unfortunately.
No food for the people who came here in the city. On
Sunday. He was mad.
On Sunday. People fighting for 1 pen or plenty. What was that? People fighting. She did not vote. No, when they gave you job and you are into politics with the thing, you relinquish the people's job.
Yes. You're too emotional.
I cannot be here, Prince. They gave me chairman for this thing. Then my house is a CP for any camp. Jamais. If my woman is into being CP and with the other thing, you not come. I'm the chairman. Every camp that come in town supposed to be having. That we went to Heritage House in Arizona. Barbecue. Then Heritage camping chairman for somebody. We're locking and taking from your house.
We're locking and taking from there until the program finish.
We win everything all that day for the barbecue. We're all in our place there. We take their own welcome. We went in the place. Well, he was the president. People should do that. We need to learn this thing. And people don't speak on the thing, it will not change.
It will not change.
It got to be talked about to be changed. Why were you there when you said they were crying for 4 hours? Eric Joey, you were not there.
Everyone simply saying they went together to console. They said they were crying, so that's why they didn't want to come.
The fool came in our hall after 4 that I time food start coming. There was no water. I gave it to Eric Joey.
Yeah, people were asking for water.
I gave it to Eric Joey wife, Naomi Joey. She drove, she came and said, Naomi are doing the video. She said she called herself in the car and went for the water and brought the water to the hall. That time I saw our vice president when the water was coming. I think she met the man and Naomi and they brought the water to the place. It was bad. We shouldn't do those things.
Yeah.
If you can't stand the heat,
how she came back.
Get
Almost 7 o'clock. You know, I'm cooking. Where you want to spend money for? I was sitting right on the wall.
For how many hours? How many hours you?
I was sitting right on the wall. Now, if you were next to me, I said, if you want to turn on, then you say your daughter start to. I wanted to say thank you. You hear the gossip because of what brought you back.
People were because we set the backyard up, put a tent and chairs, and they cook almost 5-6 soups. As I say soups, cook 4-5 soups.
Anyone you want to speak it that you alone need to carry to them.
In the red cooker, when it's done, you put it inside the plate. My mother-in-law will help me. You cook the red cooker, you put it in the sun. Let people come, let people have food to eat. Let people come, let people have food to drink. Water, everything will purchase. Yeah, that's how you do. I hear anybody win, they win. Not camel. We're all people from people come here. I always say, we must behave professionally. We shouldn't be. I went to the. Oh, what are you doing? I say, I'm moving for him, man. You think that the thing what you're doing, my cousin her, I can't. You can't tell me so. I can't do my own cousin. I'll tell her I come with my cousin. No water and utensil. You're not lying. But we're gonna have a special show for these things. And we're going to have a special show, and they get called in, they say what they want to say, and how this, how your people want to do all the kind of thing. No, it's not. It's princess. Once you are, when you princess here, you take the cheerleader for the convention. Your horse. People will go there. You got to be a neutral person. Both sides, but be able to go to your horse to drink water and eat. But when you take one group of people and say, this is the CP, this is the CP, you take one group of people and say, this is the CP, that's dangerous. Then all the things you did, you destroy. The reason I'm talking, because I went with the farm on them, we went on Wednesday. I know how many hours I left Joy. I went to go get food and go get cow. We went to the other farm, they could not get a cow. We went to the other farm. We left from here around now, came by almost 5-6. That for people to make a mess, that's why we left. We did it. That's what I'm speaking of for. So they can do it next time. And if somebody think coming in the stadium, I will not put my heel on the line for it. I don't even talk about it from where I saw. No matter what happened, we camp you on, we not on you, no on. You shouldn't have taken the people convention to come here if you're going to be doing camping. You shouldn't have done it, taking it, put your hand off or they put a vote for you. That was bad.
That was way beyond bad because it just like that mean like anytime we go into a chapter now, you know, or another state, that person must stay neutral, you know.
Yeah. Once
Because
we
they'll gain their team.
once we know that you having small connection, we'll take you from there. You now no more chair or this.
Yeah.
That. We get neutral people. If I get it when we went to Virginia, where the bull went in and start taking care of things, we're gonna do that. We'll pay the bull away. It was dangerous. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like that. Marco V King with bunch
it
of
was
food.
terrible.
Marco
Ashim
V
brought
food.
back.
Marco V food. Or Marco V food. You saw the poor eating Marco V food? The poor hungry. Marco V King will have a program.
Yes.
Or coat them who ate no coat. The poor hungry. It was bad.
Poor really hungry. Yeah.
You see the other woman say they don't have program.
Unfortunately,
Well, you say you ain't having program, then you're right. I can't blame you. Because what we experienced was bad. What we experienced was bad. Because you that here, you will eat a pie, you should have been given the right to go to the cheerleader hall too and have something to eat there. You start going there. But when they take it and make it of the CPU of one camp, and then they don't want people to talk.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
No, and Teresa are not funny. This is not a funny thing. This is a serious thing. You couldn't have done that. When they make you cheerleader, you must be a neutral person. Your horse should be the
neutral,
horse
yes.
To go and find food and water to drink.
Caroline did not do work at all. She didn't show up on Sunday.
You didn't go to the place Sunday. You didn't go vote. You don't even pass there. You put eat. You didn't eat. You don't care. All the chicken and everything in the bowl. You had it at the back of the place, roasting it for the other people to eat it. How it made everybody to feed? But we got to close.
Very embarrassing.
What I'll call you 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just have to say it. We're gonna take a day. I'm going to speak, and the Kentucky people want to call you on the show. They want to come here the way they were all here doing. They can come and justify their actions. The president was not in the hall. The chairleader was not in the hall. The vice president was not in the hall. The secretary, the treasurer was not in the hall. The secretary, I saw the secretary holding food, and the financial secretary holding food. I only 2 people I saw. The president didn't come in that hall until after 4 o'clock. The vice president didn't come in that hall until after 3. The chairleader for the convention didn't come. The treasurer did not come. Dangerous.
Wow.
The people were buying, people were even buying corn for 25. Like, yeah, I don't know that I want to wear. I don't know that I don't want it. But I know the people are selling chicken wing. Why would they go sell chicken wing?
Yes, they were selling corn. I see people were eating corn. They were selling. People were buying.
What was that?
People buy dry rice. I don't know who they bought that dry rice from.
One lady king, they played or selling the clothing or selling food. I want TT. More broad food, the poor pan. Look, what's that? What's that?
Yo.
Causing Amon horse. I didn't know. I never expected. I thought the poor had a CP. If I knew that day, I was going to tell the people, say, I want to tell the administration to jump inside and stop it. How will you use your horse as a CP? How will you use your horse as a CP? Who does that?
Wow.
But we're going to talk later. I have to go. I have to play my...
Okay.
I have to go. People don't feel okay. People will say, oh, Prince or data. But I cannot hide things. That's just me. Because I told them, you're straightening things up. You're straightening things up. You're straightening things up. Why would you have a convention? You pour the water in the garage, the water sitting in the garage, the people don't have water in the hall to drink. And you don't want me to say it? Why? Why wouldn't I say it?
No, they will hear you. They will hear you.
Okay, you say, Teresa, You say $600 worth of food. I just drop off to all the Airbnb. Well, that's an Airbnb thing. We didn't expect the cheerleader to drop food out to people Airbnb, but we expected the cheerleader house to be on neutral ground. Where anybody will not go to them and say, where you can't hear, where you can't. Mommy Bobby say he went to the pool asking, why you can't do it? Where you can't? That your father horse? Emo Jewish son horse. But I will address that issue, and we'll have a meeting. I will tell them in a meeting what they did was wrong, and need to apologize to the poor Grand Union County and the people of the Grand Union Association. But Moshe God, thank you very much.
Okay, Papa. Good night.
Good night. You don't treat people like that. It was wrong. Those people should not have been treated like that. Why you make people be by 3 chicken with a $5? Three chicken wing for $5. I saw the boss saying the chicken wing. I told the woman, say, I'm not sending one, I'm not buying. I told one of the piece of the chicken wing and ate it. My friend said, clock people then. My sister, patient, I'm not going to have the truth. I have to say it. Because it's not like I told them that this is wrong. You guys need to bring water in the hall. You need to bring the pebble, all the things, the teenage in the hall, in the warehouse there. They need to go carry by and get it, put the money. They need to do that. It was wrong. It should not have happened. So I'm not going to sit down here and say, I come quoting them back here. You see me tomorrow, you want to talk to me like a business. But once I say and live freely within myself, that's just me. I'm not going to hide it. But good night to everybody. Bye.